Hello Avengers, and welcome to another Sounds of Stadia live stream, community live stream, bringing you Marvel's Avengers using the power of Google Stadia. I'm one of your hosts for the live stream, Chris, joined by the Hulk in the other cube. Who are you tonight, Richie? Have you picked your character yet?
I have been playing 4, so I think I'll stick as 4, but we might see. We might change up as the night goes on.
Dick as Thor. Well, I've played a little bit more of this game as you may be able to see on stream by my cool Iron Man outfit. I've slightly upgraded a little bit. You've not played as much as far as I'm aware. Well, actually, none of us are playing that much when it's doing that. We'll go skip save on that one. Let's get back into the game. Great start. Looks like Jarvis is having problems. Thanks to everyone in the chat so far. I can see Kumar, you're joining us. Nice for stopping by. Lee, I can see you as well. And Ryan is playing along at the same time. Well, Ryan, you could join our very own Avengers initiative right now because Tom's not with us tonight, if you've not noticed. It's just myself and Richie. So we are looking for 2 extra Avengers. So if you would like to join us, then just let us know. But thanks to everyone else who stopped by. Richie, you said... I'll get my mouse cursor out of the way, that might help. Richie, you said you just sent me a...
Yeah, you should have received it.
Okay, I need to select that with the mouse, apparently. I'm going straight into your party. I was going to go check out one of my vendors there. So...
you can check out the vendor when you get here.
I can, that is correct. So, who are you playing as Thor?
I will be. I'm currently as Kamala, but I'm going to change now.
Alright, I'll continue as Iron Man. He seems to be my main at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Ryan's on Xbox, so you are correct. It's not cross-platform at the moment. Part of me is holding out that, I think, when it makes the jump over to next gen, because they have announced PS5 and Xbox Series X and S is a future thing, and when they bring Stadia and PC all together, I can see it being a move that happens in the future for this game, with it being similar to Destiny, where it's an ever-evolving thing. Lee Dent is saying he was happy to join as Black Widow. More than welcome, Lee. Jump in with us if you've got sounds. Oh, you'll need to add Richie, won't he? You'll need to add.
I think you might be able to add, but I mean, you're free to add me. It's Richie C89.
Or Sounds of Stadia. Yeah, add us on, Lee, and we'll.
I'll stick it in the chat.
Stick it in the chat. Or the link direct to the game. Are you doing some click to play?
Oh no, I never thought of that. I could give that a go.
Yeah, let's try some click to play for the lovely folks out there.
I've not actually done this.
So we should probably say we've said so previously on our last stream of this game we did. You may notice the little just above me there, the little potential story spoilers warning. So when you boot up the game in this particular mode, you do get the warning of story campaign tweaks. So if you're not overly bothered, it doesn't spoil a great deal. But if you're one of those story purists, just be careful that it may reference one or two things.
Think we have a chance?
From the campaign that you may not want to be kept in the loop of. But Richie's not finished the campaign yet, and he's happy to jump into the online initiative with us.
Yeah.
They invited me to a party as well now.
Yeah, because that's how the link works, I think. I think it invites you to the party, then you can join the game from the party.
I see. Well, either way, I'm just going to check out one of my factions.
Dream come true. Take all the time
I'm going to just turn your volume off.
Thanks. The faction vendors are a bit shit. I'll be honest in saying that. Like, my Iron Man's level 30 something, I believe, and all the gear in the store, even like the highest gear, is not much stronger than what I've currently got.
I've got a feeling the faction vendors are going to get a bit more important once you get hit the level cap.
Yeah. Well, everyone said as soon as you hit level cap, that's when the real game starts and the tweaking of all your finer details comes to light.
Until then, I'd only really bother on boosting your gear when you're feeling a bit weak, just to get you through certain levels. But what we found is how quickly you get gear when you're just playing through a multiplayer. It's just play the game, you'll get better gear.
Oh yeah, certainly. Even we've said before on the podcast, the legendary stuff isn't even that legendary. It's very short-lived.
I think last week, it wasn't last week, the week before, I got about 4 or 5 legendaries in one map. It doesn't feel legendary when you get that much.
Legendary. So one of the key things online is always going to Alessandro Morales, not related to Miles Morales, and making sure you get the daily missions ticked off.
Yeah.
And the daily villain one, just so you get all of your XP and points from these.
Ah, I always forget about that.
Yeah, I do as well. The worst, well, not the part you forget about, but there's also
Keep this up and
there's that lady, Mrs. Morales, on the helicraft with her same joke. Every single day I visit her, she says the same shitty joke of, "I might sleep easier tonight." It's not. It wasn't funny 3 weeks ago, and it's not funny now. But there's also, if you go to the war table, there's also another hub world, which is the Anthill, which is where one Hank Pym resides. There's another lady there who also gives out daily missions, which I forgot for the first 2 weeks of playing this.
Yeah, they need to refine it. Like having multiple hub worlds makes sense in terms of the narrative, but it's just annoying.
Yeah. So Utah Badlands, there's another. When you go to the war table map, there's a second travel. Yeah, take us over there. Travel to the outpost, and you can see like Hank Pym, who looks a lot younger than I thought Hank Pym was going to be based on his MCU counterpart.
Yeah, they've clearly done that intentionally, haven't they, to just separate the two?
Yeah. Oh well. Again, I think Hank Pym from the comics isn't necessarily that well revered as much as like even the MCU really has only had a bit part to play so far.
Hank Pym is, if I'm right, is more known for being Ant-Man than like Scott Lang is.
Yeah.
I think Scott Lang is like the next Ant-Man, like where Hank Pym's the main one.
Although I do think in the movies it was a smart choice to have Michael Douglas as the older one, because then you've got that good play on characters, and there's always room for flashbacks as well, which they've shown quite regular.
It established the lore a bit of like Ant-Man by using what do you call him? By using Hank Pym as like a former Ant-Man. So like this guy's been around a bit.
Show off them retro costumes.
You got a sec?
Yeah, and it means that like Scott Lang, it made sense where like the costume came from and stuff. It's like this already existed.
Yeah, there we go. So we've got Fight Abomination as one of the villain sector ones. We've also got Harvest Random. So just accept them all. I thought initially when we got the game, I was concerned it was gonna just let us basically choose like maybe 2 or 3 daily missions. But if you can choose them all, it's kind of it makes me wonder why it's just not just automatic.
Seriously?
But either way, seriously, you're the best, according to Sarah, because she said it. She's going to say it on loop now.
You're the best.
Seriously, you're the best. In the chat, as Lee, feel free to jump in. Barry, good evening, and evening as well to the chat. As you already said, if you want to jump in and play with us, Barry, I believe there's an extra spot if you do own the game. Anyone out there who hasn't said hello in the chat, welcome. We are looking for 2 additional Avengers tonight. I'll be playing as my Iron Man, and Richie's opted for Thor, so we've got a few additional characters on the roster to look at. So in this hub world, Richie, have you been to the Anthill just yet?
I've been.
So they have the same hero terminal for choosing. They do have a war table as well.
I haven't been. I've only been during the campaign, so I haven't actually explored it when it's like fully operational it is now.
Yeah. Well, the war table's just over here, so it's actually a little bit closer than it is on the helicarrier. So it's a tad more convenient.
I've got a feeling at some point like there's going to be like a Hank Pym like vendor put on the helicarrier and little stuff like that. Just
like
these
tweaks.
stuff.
Yeah, quality of life indeed.
Do you want to chat?
Let's go see what she wants.
Just
Maddie Cho. Yep, there we go. Rank increased. Wonderful. But as I mentioned before, Iron Man gear. 83 is what she's selling me, whereas I'm currently equipped level 80, so why would I spend? I'm just kind of hoarding all of my particles and resources now. Lee saying, can you invite me in please? Should be on your friend list. You're looking for Denty Dad 77, Richie.
Denty Dad. Let's have a look.
It'd be interesting to see if they do any levels within this game based on the Pym particles, where we go into like a shrunken world. That could just be like a seasonal thing for, I don't know, Easter. Just get shrunk down. Oh, what's that? Is that? Oh, it's actual ants. Didn't even realise that. Oh, look, you can see ants through the cage. That's kind of scary, actually. I hope they don't turn on us at one point. Having finished the campaign, I did not realise there was actual giant ants. Or clearly just one ant on a loop.
Yeah, where?
If you come up just here, look, you can see them go past. There's one big one on your right. Or a couple of them on your right, I should say. It's a nice little
makes sense.
Funny I Shrunk the Audience little tidbit there. So either are we tiny or are they giant, do you think?
I think we're tiny, you know.
Yeah, because
It
obviously
makes sense because we're Ant-Man.
Yeah, and what a way to hide, right?
Yeah,
hide
it
in
makes a
plain
lot.
sight, yeah.
Now I never thought of that, but now you mention it, it makes a lot of sense.
Although there is
how to hide. No wonder we couldn't find them.
There is a pin particle machine up here which has a giant ant inside it. So I wonder if this is the machine they're making them giant with. Because
maybe that's just a regular sized ant.
Maybe, and we're tiny. Yeah. Well, in the way you get into the anthill is one of the Inhumans. Leon brings you through like a portal.
Yeah.
So I don't think he has the power to shrink you down. So my guess is we're real size.
I don't know.
But either way,
because that looks like it goes right to through the ceiling. Maybe it's just like you pass through there as a gateway or something.
Yeah, I wonder if the anthill is a genuine anthill in the middle of like Utah rather than a smaller thing. But right, so we've got a third member in our party. Should we have a look at the mission then?
Yeah.
So the reason Richie is in charge of the missions is because we did some offline gameplay, I think midweek last week, Richie, and we found because I've leveled up further than you were pretty much banned out of most missions because you've not reached that equivalent level cap.
Yeah, and it had some weird glitchy stuff going on, so if you try to take me to a level that I'm banned out of, it'd try to load the game but then kick me out and then we basically have to restart the game. Yeah. So it wasn't pretty good.
It wasn't the best optimised, nowhere.
Yeah. No, it's something that needs refining. I'm just finding loads of chests at the moment, so...
Yeah, if you've never been here before, there'll be a few chests scattered around, so if you are new to the Anthill Zone, go collect your loot. I'm surprised these chests don't reset every day. I mean, they may do every week or so.
I kind of now thinking, because the chests are the loot is leveling to me, it might have been better to wait till like a max level.
I see what you mean, so you get better gear from them. But again, hopefully you're going to think they're going to reset and the crates are going to move around the helicarrier and they're going to move around the anthill a little bit. It'd be interesting if we get a hub world in Stark Tower or Avengers Tower at one point. I think that would be a quite cool hub world in New York.
Yeah.
But again, ever-evolving game. What mission are you thinking to start with, Richie?
I don't know, to be honest.
Joy's in the chat as well. Sup, Joy? Nice to see you stopping by.
Good evening. What we're thinking: Pacific Northwest, Eastern Seaboard, Utah Badlands, Snowy Tundra, or Scandinavian Highlands.
I'm good for anything, really. I've done these levels multiple times now, so...
Let's have a look at Eastern Seaboard, see what's going on over there. So we've done the Enter the Avengers one. Fugitive Holding Facility?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that one.
We'll go with that. So if you do at home as well, and Richie, if you're playing this offline as single player, the difficulty, or the challenge level, I should say, doesn't impact the XP you get. So if you are playing on your own, there's a level that's maybe you think, oh, it's too far out of my reach at this moment. You can lower the difficulty down to challenge 1, do the level, and still you get like equal XP out of it. Yeah. Because initially when I first started playing, I was skipping things.
Looking at the power ratings, I'm completely under-leveled.
Possibly, but again, because you picked the level, I'm hoping
it's
level to you. So we'll just look like absolute badasses, and Thor's going to struggle a little bit.
Which doesn't make sense. Do you guys think anything about Rocket League going free to play? I'd almost say it's almost about time, to be honest, because Rocket League probably made most of its money off DLC.
Yeah.
So yeah, just...
I mean, it launched free with PlayStation Plus, so it kind of was already in that realm, but great game, Rocket League. Got the platinum for it. Thoroughly enjoyable. Just a game of football in a car, right?
Yeah, I wasn't. It was fun, but I wasn't. I didn't get into it.
It's a good for a daft laugh with mates, I think. Just a bit of time.
Yeah, I had no interest in playing online with strangers, and so it's only ever when I've had people around that I've ever played.
Yeah. Here we go, Avengers.
Yeah.
So Barry in the chat as well, just sorting through, let's see what you do. No worries, mate. Just let us know when you are good. We're just gonna kick some ass. So. Oh.
You picked the wrong ship.
Right now. Oh, Hulk's with us as well.
Yeah.
Now, I did thoroughly enjoy playing as Thor, by the way.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he?
Just
it's just so satisfying, some of his abilities.
Yeah. Although one of the abilities I've got now, which is really, really cool, is your heroic, so like the yellow orbs you collect. I've upgraded my Iron Man to a point now when I use the combo finish, like you press 2 buttons at once.
Yeah.
I actually, when I take out an enemy with that, it releases one of them heroic orbs now. So I'm actually starting to upgrade to a point where I'm getting actual perks from what I've got attached.
Ah. I'm with you.
Which is quite cool. Oh, I don't think he's electric, guys.
Is that what the yellow orbs do? They just restore your heroic?
Yeah, so you've got the green ones are your health, the blue ones and some green and stuff for resources. But yeah, green for health, yellow for that, and I think purple's just resources too.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing else in this one. Oh, there's a little chest here, Richie, if you've not got it.
Where? Oh, I've already got that, yeah.
Avengers assemble. Is he going to make it 2-1? Oh, just in time. Not that it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Now I'm hoping over time they do mix up a variety of these levels as well.
I was thinking the exact same
I
thing.
feel like I've done this one 50 times. And I know that's the general nature of these games, like being on the moon or Mars in Destiny. I know is a well-trodden mission. But,
yeah. It's just, especially when you're playing online, it feels like there's less variety, a lot less variety.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm at A.
You're at A.
Yeah, there's loads near B.
I'll go for B then. Take this guy. Hard to see what's going on in these enclosed areas. Whoa. Let's get some uni beam on the go. All good down here.
Seemingly all good up here.
There's some gear there. Don't forget to collect all your gear when it's hanging around. Where are you at? Oh,
I went underneath.
Yeah, B's got a few people.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
I thought it was like one of the fake Iron Men,
Fake Iron Man.
like the Symphoids or whatever they're called.
Yeah. Oh, is that it? Done? Just like that?
Really?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Boosh.
That was a lot shorter.
That is the easiest mission by far. Oh,
That was 2
shortest, I
rooms.
should say. Yeah.
It's literally just 2 rooms.
But that's when they lay the rooms. It's kind of the same room, just with you go in an elevator and that takes you to another room. It's very they've designed the levels very sequentially. So if they need to make the level longer, they just point you in the direction of an elevator, and it kind of does the work for you.
The resistance will surely
Yeah,
succeed
it's
with
when you
watching their
have like
backs.
so many fights in the same room, but like you've loaded the different missions. Like, yeah, you need to add more
Yeah.
environments, more like
variety.
layouts and stuff.
Oh, that's a decent.
You can reuse the texture sets and stuff, but just change up the layout of the room.
Yeah, just move some of the assets around and
Yeah,
tweak things.
make it look like a different room.
Excellent.
All right.
Good
Let's go
work.
to Utah.
Good work, team. Let's go to a level that's hopefully a little bit longer. What gear did I get there? Stones. Oh, don't want to upgrade it.
Let's do this one.
I've got my crystals for different environments now. I've got like my ice damage crystal, my shock damage, my plasma, and I can see once you reach level cap when you need to start rotating those in to really maximise the potential on the mission.
Yeah.
Oh, not all strike team have unlocked this mission.
Okay. How do I unlaunch the mission? I'm the lowest level, so I would have thought it would be me if no one has.
Yeah, unless someone's just not done the level. I don't know. But again, it seems to be continuing.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. I think we might just have to see what happens here, Richie, because it's going ahead.
Yeah.
We've identified an AIM facility that is vulnerable to attack. Though there are still security synthoids to contend with, we expect the Avengers should be able to easily prevail. Take out any AIM forces you encounter.
We are not alone.
What do you think of my armor, by the way?
I'm in.
My new
It
suit.
It does look pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Head for
pretty
the
sweet.
location on your HUD.
I like how it kind of fades from red to gold.
Yeah, it's like, I wonder if they bring out like pearlescent. It's like, you know, the ones you see on those cars where you're like, oh look, it's bronze, and then it turns to purple as you get it in a certain light.
Although
looks
that
like
that'd be a pain to code, I'd imagine.
Oh, this looks like a slightly different level. Clear some of these guys out.
So you know what I realised? I don't think I used any of my specials in the last map.
No, I didn't, because everyone was just falling like flies around us. Although I will say, still, as much as this game's got a lot of like shit for certain things, flying around as Iron Man, shooting repulsors and throwing Thor's hammer and stuff like that, it's just so cool.
I think it's a good game. It just needs a bit more game.
A bit more polish, a bit more game, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were saying beforehand how a lot of these characters, like Black Widow and stuff in particular, they'd lend themselves very well to an Arkham style game, where a bit more like Hitman, where it's like more stealth approach and just utilize the mechanics
slightly
a bit more.
different tweaks.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to have a game based entirely around one hero, you need to go think more Spider-Man PS4. Just you can do a lot more with the character,
Yeah.
but I think like a stealth action game with starring Black Widow would be awesome.
Oh yeah, just like I just think it would lend itself. Like you could even start to overlap the games. Like I know there was rumors saying it's Spider-Man in this universe, it's PlayStation Spider-Man in, and then realistically, imagine if they did a Black Widow game, and then from there they had like maybe Hawkeye and a few other lesser characters in the game. But eventually that became part of Spider-Man's world, and then when they brought out
video game,
yeah.
Even if it didn't have Spider-Man, because Spider-Man being the Sony property, like, the rest would be awesome.
We can
I hate them ones that like do like
laser.
attacks on the ground and you just can't get out the way in time.
Doing nothing to this guy. Now I am. He got fried. There's my little gold thing. Thor's specials are quite cool. Uh-oh, we've got some big boys, Richie. 3 of them, in fact. Oh, nice. Let's overcharge.
Try and stack them up.
Sorry, I'm just going to go into Hulkbuster mode. I haven't used it yet, so here we go. Check out these rockets I've got now, Richie, and Hulkbuster. Here we go. Hehehe. Check that out. Actually, a shot. That Hulkbuster arm is pretty cool. The only downside to it, yeah, the only downside to using it is once you've used the rocket special, the Hulkbuster like power down time disappears very quickly.
It's like a very I'm down.
It's so strong, yeah. Don't worry, I'll come get into this. I'll do this later as well.
Was just getting caught between like too many attacks, just couldn't get out of the way. You know when they do like the ground pound attack and it's just like every time I've dodged one of them, I've dodged into another one.
Like my gear. More of them.
Hi, A.I.M.
Good couple of enemies here.
Yeah.
Is there ever a stream when E.M.O.D. doesn't stop by? Oop, don't know what's
No,
happening there.
don't think so. There's a lot of enemies there.
Well, yeah, I was going to say. I don't think it'd be a Sounds of Stadia stream. Right,
I'm running away.
Right, I tell you what.
I'm just looking for some health.
Yeah, Unibeam. Right, reviving Black Widow. Right, revive Black Widow. Oh, I'm nearly down myself. She's okay. Get out of there. Get some help. Just thinning out the crowd, really. It's remembering to dodge when there's so many of them as well.
Well, I was remembering to dodge, but I kept dodging into an attack of someone else because there's just too many around me.
There's certain enemies that
So I was trying to get onto the outskirts of the fight a bit.
There's certain enemies that definitely have a lot more resilience to them. If you face the adaptoids yet, which are basically sentinels from X-Men, they are so hard.
Before we went live, I was just fighting one with Black Widow.
Yeah, it's because the... Oh, there you go. Mission done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so difficult just because, again, adaptoids, they adapt to your moves, so sometimes when they're fire or ice, it adds such a different level to how difficult they are to defeat. It's a shame they're not called Sentinels, actually. I think that would have added a cool, like, X-Men layer to it.
It keeps it open for actual X-Men thing DLC, doesn't it?
That's very true. Oh, could you imagine X-Men getting added to this game as well? The character potential. I'd be interested to see what Quicksilver looks like in this game, because like he'd have to be super fast, but then you couldn't have it impact other players on the roster by slowing them down almost.
You'd have to make it possible to control him as well.
Yeah, true. Or maybe he'd be traditionally normal speed, but then maybe he's a special, makes everyone slow motion, and he gets an option to kind of zip around. That could be quite cool.
Yeah, that could work.
The Scarlet Witch could be added in quite easily. Just give us some kind of like telekinesis powers.
Yeah. He's fast and she's weird.
Indeed, indeed. No, I want to keep the other one. Let's give that an upgrade. I've got some gear to tweak that. Not good enough. Nope, not good enough. I know I do have a better one there, but I suppose. When you upgrade your equipment, is there any particular like OCD-ness that makes you keep them at a certain number, or are you just not that way inclined?
Not really, because I haven't really been boosting my gear. So I'm literally just going what is giving me the best stat, what piece is giving me the best stats. I only upgrade my gear like early until I hit level cap. When I really needed to get through a level, if I'm like struggling or something.
Right. Okay. Heroic.
All right. Hello, Tamada and Ashes.
Yeah, Ashes, thanks for stopping by. E-Man loyalty, indeed, my friend, one of the most loyal. And yeah, Tamada, thanks for stopping by. Doesn't matter if you speak English, you're just here to watch us smash shit up as the Avengers, but welcome. Yeah, everyone's welcome here. Everyone, unless you're from A.I.M, they're the only people who aren't welcome here, people from A.I.M.
Yeah, I don't like them.
So Ashes says, well, I kept hearing Stadia is way behind the other versions for patches on Avengers. I just checked since I bought both identical versions. People need to get used to no patches. It's just I've not noticed anything other than quick downloads, no updates, and from what I've heard, the frame rate issue when there's multiple characters on screen on consoles has struggled quite a bit. I've heard a lot of people moaning about frame rates and glitches. Now, don't get me wrong, I've had a few, but nowhere on the level of what I've heard everyone moaning about on consoles. So
that's kind of surprising, having frame rate issues on consoles at this late in the generation, because you think that they know how to optimize the tech by now, and it's made by Square as well, who are usually pretty good.
True.
Like,
But did you play Control, Richie? 'Cause
no.
that was framey as shit. Like, that game, like, was so, like, considering, like you said, was so far in the generation. Whoa.
Yeah.
That game needs an Ultimate Edition for next gen just to pull up to scratch. It was great, but needed fixing. Ash is saying, yeah, the console suffered from HDD issues, which is obviously what the next gen's going to rectify, hopefully. So, SSD, sorry.
Yeah.
Which Stadia has, you're rightly saying. Oh, look at that armour, I'm so close. Oh, get me some copper bronze action on that one.
I didn't even look at that.
Right, we got Lee down twice. Sorry, don't worry about it, Lee. I'm sure it's going to happen to all of us at some point.
I think I was down more than twice, so don't worry.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, but yeah, back to what I was saying about OCD. You pick us a mission, Richie. In the I shouldn't say OCD because I don't have OCD, but like just being very particular about something with the numbers. So I have to have when you look at your gear. Let me know in the chat if anyone else is like this. In the gear, I like it rounded up to a whole number. So like 80 and 80, I'm fine with on there. 85, I like. 83, I don't like. I would like it on 85. I don't mind like even numbers, so like 22, 24, that's fine. But yeah, there's something about odd numbers which just don't sit right with me.
Oh God, you're weird.
No, it's one. I don't know why. I like everything in a particular. Like you'll notice, both of my minor artifacts are both on bang on 70.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it needs to.
I'm not going to upgrade this piece of kit until I can upgrade it to 75.
Yeah. Ashes. Yeah, OCD. I know I don't like to say OCD because I know it's like a proper thing.
Yeah, OCD is an actual diagnosis.
Something you can suffer from. But it is kind of the quickest way to describe what it is. That's the problem, I think.
Yeah,
it fits so perfectly with something you are obsessed over.
Yeah, well, obsessive compulsive disorder is more of a spectrum anyway. You're probably close to being on it in for some categories.
I mean, yeah, well, everyone is, isn't there? But Tamara, it may be weird, speak some another language, but do not worry. You could even teach us some words, as long as they're not bad words. Although some bad words are good to say as well. So we'll see. And we're back. Are we going to? We're going to a
We've
threat
had word
sector.
that A.I.M. has sent bounty hunters
Yeah.
into urban areas.
So
to
I'm
search for
largely just
inhumans.
picking them at random, to be honest.
Some have been sent
That
to
works.
Jersey City. It's imperative that
City.
you stop them.
So another thing for this game, I'd be interested to see what they do with the villains, because obviously the Marvel comics have got such a wealth of different varieties of villains. From obviously A.I.M. they've gone for now, but they can bring in so many things. The Five Rings from the Mandalorians kind of set could be brought into it. You've got all the Spider-Man boots on the ground people. If you've seen the Miles Morales trailer, that's got the Tinkerer and all his little minions are coming out.
I will
The
scan
potential's
the area for A.I.M.
great for
signatures
just adding a bit of
and update
variety.
your HUD. Be on your guard.
That's something we haven't actually talked about at the PlayStation conference yesterday.
That is something we haven't talked about. Maybe because it's a Stadia-specific channel, Richie.
I know, but
We're all again. We're fans of
conference.
all gaming. Yeah, it was an awesome conference. You're right. What was your biggest highlight? Was it Final Fantasy by any
There are
chance?
inhumans caught in
Final
a
Fantasy
standoff up
definitely
ahead.
it's definitely up there. But it just kept going from strength to strength, to be honest. Like,
Protect those inhumans.
It did stop in the middle for a little while to talk about a Devil May Cry remaster, which seems so out of place.
yeah, that
Let's
was
tell you
no
about our
choice.
next gen. Again, we reckon it was just a deal with Capcom regarding Resident Evil, didn't we?
Yeah, probably something to get like that Resident Evil in there. Just hey, we're making this remaster.
Eddie's down. Although I can see why they went for robots on this one, because it does allow you to do a lot with them.
Yeah,
You can have a lot of variety. You're not exactly murdering people, so it sits a little bit easier with the parental aspect as well.
well, the Avengers not exactly known for just murdering people, are they?
Yeah.
must admit, that's one of my favourite moves, where I just pin someone down with my hammer, then like do my big Y attack, where you just summons the hammer and slams
Their
them.
location to your HUD.
Yeah. Do you want to go get some of the side missions before we continue to the main one?
Yeah.
Head off to the left, maybe over this way.
Yep. You lead the way.
Two over here. Oh, incoming.
One of our resistance allies is close by and could use some help.
Yeah, just flying around as Iron Man, I thought was so cool, man. It's so understated, just because you played the Anthem beta, didn't you? Where you got to kind of play as Iron Man. That was like the nearest we'd had up until this. And that, like, you said the flying was cool. It was just unfortunate the rest of the game was a bit naff.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. When I played the beta, it was just like there's not much there. It's just like, okay, you can fly around. It's like, but the combat just felt kind of bland. Just
yeah, I know EA said they're still working on it, but I feel like that ship sailed now.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a No Man's Sky situation where it has a bit of a cult fan base that'll stick with it. I think it's like it positioned itself as a AAA, and it failed. It's chest.
Indeed. I think. Let's go Overlord.
Take a break.
I think another kind of side note to all the Anthem stuff is it was just a new IP as well. Like, the thing with this game is that realistically, even if it comes out bad, the Avengers IP is going to carry it so far, and the wealth of like material to add at a later date, it's like a treasure chest of stories, arcs, characters that you can just keep adding to.
The thing is as well, I think it's with it being BioWare. I think we're on for a loss unless it was amazing, because BioWare as a single player story, guys, and it just feels like EA was just moving them more to just become a generic game as a service thing. Is like, for me, it could have been a great game in Anthem as a single player, like story driven thing. Use the world, tell the same story, whatever you want, but just drop the games as a service stuff. It's not what BioWare fans tend to go for. Like, if you think about what BioWare known for, it's like your Mass Effects, it's your KOTORs, it's your Dragon Ages.
Yeah, like a tiny little helmet. Yeah, it's a weird one, but then again, the guys who made this Square Enix Montreal, the same ones who did Tomb Raider, so.
Yeah, but you've got the Avengers IP.
Yeah,
so
that's
going to give you a lot of
that certainly is the big difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get some good gear from these guys.
Yeah.
Some of the missions where enemies spawn more are a lot better for acquiring gear. Right, there's a couple of buttons we need to blast in and around.
I've already hit one of them.
One.
Head for the location.
Oh, we've done it. There you go.
Yep.
Doors open. Yeah, you're not wrong there, Ashes. We all get obsessive about things. It's in our nature.
Yeah.
It's a good conference with someone that had a PS4 and a good PC. There's nothing to push me to grab a new one straight away. Yeah, I think you're in the same boat, aren't you, Richie? There's nothing like you.
Yeah.
There's like it's not a day one, but you've definitely got your eyes on it, I think.
It's a definite purchase. It's more of a case of when.
Bounty hunters are looking for Inhumans.
Yeah, because you, like me, thoroughly enjoy their exclusives from the library.
That's it. I'm hoping, over the course of next generation, Stadia becomes my third-party gaming machine, and PlayStation becomes the exclusives.
They may drop something.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the same thing, because I do love the lack of installs, downloads. Ease of use. Right, there's a special enemy over here. Oh, he's gone. Oh, that's not the special one. That was quite easy. Who was the special character?
Yeah, I took a lot of a shield out while we're flying in.
It would be interesting to see if in this game Hulk could actually like smash through the buildings and it just run straight through them.
Yeah.
I bet that's gonna hurt tomorrow.
Well, that was dealt with pretty swift. Let's go get this chest over here.
Yeah.
It's good you and me being Thor. I feel bad for Lee trying to keep up with us. We just like clear an area and then just both bugger off. Whereas Lee's got to get his grapple hook out and catch up. He's actually a bit.
I like the grapple hook.
Oh, it works quite well. He's actually a bit like Hawkeye in the original Avengers movie, where he just. Oh no, sorry, is it Age of Ultron, where he's like he puts his bow on his back and he's like yeah, and he just kind of jogs through all the rubble on his own, trying to keep up with Quicksilver.
Yeah. It's just making like, oh, I could shoot. Last time I saw him, Ultron was standing on him.
Yeah. Drones are a bit. Oh, hello there. Imagine being that poor A.I.M guy when all 4 Avengers descend on him. You've got the Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, and Black Widow just all of a sudden surrounded the last guy standing.
Special resources
Yep,
close to
I
your
give up.
location.
It's like,
Right, I think we've got. Oh, there's a chest 67 meters away. Again, they need. It's also we've said it before, but they need a ping system in this game so we can clearly tell the rest of our team where we're going. Because me saying, let's go to that chest 67 meters away, to you it could be 78 or 100 or something.
or like, sometimes just having the player icons like around the screen when you're like your teammates are off screen, just so you know what direction they're in.
I love when they get shrunk. I don't really understand why they get shrunk, unless it's the pin particle by boost or something.
Yeah.
Quite a few of them.
Could be.
Good bit of uni beam. Oh, suicide robots. Watch out for the suicides. Let's go help Black Widow.
I do like you dropping out them golden spheres, like.
Yeah, it does. I think obviously your specials are the most fun. Like that's the whole point of them being specials, right?
Yeah.
But having that ability once I got to that level, I found myself being able to utilise my specials a lot more rather than waiting for half the mission to garner the power back up.
Where's this box?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Where's this box at? Is there a little oh, wait, there's a button. There's a button. One. There must be more buttons around. Is there one on the roof? Nope. There's buttons on the floor somewhere. Oh, there's one on this roof. 2. They're like big yellow standing pads. Oh, there's one down there. There's one down there. One right on the floor there. 3. Can you see another button? I'm going high.
No, I can see some more enemies.
Yeah. Damn it. There must be one more. Oh yeah, there's one more. The lights of 3 or 4 lit up. It's going to time out. Oh, it's timed out. Great. Right, let's find this last button.
I can see 2 of them. I can see 3 of them from where I am right now.
Are you in the sky with me?
Yeah. It's one of them to the left of the building, one of them behind the truck, and one of them on the the little smaller building between the 2 big ones.
There's one on the top of the building.
Alright, then we have all 4.
1.
2.
3. And then you said one behind the truck? Yep.
Yep.
There we go. Of course, as Thor and Iron Man, you would just blast straight through this corrugated steel door, right?
Yeah. Although it does feel like we're just breaking into someone's garage and stealing their stuff.
Stealing their Iron Man Mark V repulsor blasters and their Thor armor.
Yep.
Right. So there's one more question mark past the checkpoint. So I think if we go,
let's go.
somehow try and avoid this part, even though you know it's going to trigger it.
Right, me and you will probably going to be fine.
We're cool, yeah, we can just fly past without thinking. How far out to sea do you think we can go?
Not very far, I'm like...
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it in case it resets us. Here we go, there's that.
Alright, who's
Now there is something which I haven't used yet. I've got a thing where I can drop while I'm flying around. I can drop flares, but I forgot what button to press to release the flares.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. That uni beam is so good once I'm overloaded. It's the overcharge move with Iron Man.
Yeah.
I almost feel like they need to introduce something with Thor. You know, when he hits him with the electricity in Avengers and it kind of overloads him. That would be a cool little, like, kind of double team move.
Yeah, that's the thing. They need to do a bit more in terms of like combo moves and stuff.
There's a few when you take down like the big spider bots, it allows you to do team ups on them, but it's not as regular as you'd want it to be with it being an ensemble game.
Yeah.
Right, everybody. I think that's it. Time to go.
Yeah.
Neutralize the watchdogs unit. Let the fight
Do we think defeating these is the end of the mission?
I don't know. So far the mission's been quite short, so maybe.
I know everything. I can't help it.
I think, do I use my Hulk Buster now? Yeah, why not?
Have you met
Who are you gonna call? Oh, Buster. Check out these missiles again, Richie. I need to get a place where I'm gonna hit them all. They're all dead nearly.
Yeah, I mean, I opened the fight with the bot with all three of my specials because everything was all clustered together.
Here we
so
go,
it was like,
missile time.
They've lost another agent.
Damn right they've lost another agent. Where's he at? Go down from there. Hulkbuster can't fly as much, but... Where's he at? Oh, there he is. Down, I'm back at normal size now.
Another bounty hunter is down.
Oh, he's down.
The Watchdogs team has been defeated.
oh,
Excellent.
looks like there's more someone coming in.
Located captive inhumans.
Oh,
They're being kept in portable cells. You'll have to break them out.
oh well, all
I
my...
got stuck on power lines.
Well, the city just sees a power surge. Collect them resources.
It does feel like some of that forward action accidentally do that though.
You
Yeah.
picked the wrong shift.
Power cut, massive
Just
power
flying from what just gets tangled in the power lines.
There they are.
Oh, here we go.
You'll need to destroy the locking mechanisms to open the cells.
I'm going for B.
The suicide ones are like that atypical like zombie maneuver where they're not that hard to defeat because obviously they kill themselves, but they're such an irritant.
Especially when there's a lot of things going on the screen, so they
Trying
catch
to
you
get
out.
of the way, yeah. But again, nice bit of variety. Keeps it different.
This one is open. The cell is open. Weaken.
It's all quite good for
Didn't
Iron Man.
realise my health there, actually.
I actually heard Thor say like I'm weakened or something.
Yeah, that's what I
Made
noticed.
you realise.
Yeah. Let's just see left.
The cells are all open. Nice work.
Oh, that's it. See, I wish it would make us clear up the enemies as well, rather than just
Yeah.
ending. I feel
Clear
like
out the area.
it's such a simple way of just expanding the mission a little bit. Like, great, we've hit the canisters, but there's still 20 enemies loose in the city here.
It's like, yeah, it's like, imagine you like Avengers drop in. Okay, free from yourselves. We're off. Just like,
We're not on the clock. They only paid us for the half-hour
From
shift.
Jersey City.
Yeah, they said to get you out your cell. You're out. You're on your own now.
Well, that Inhuman pops in and saves them, doesn't he? So they're not.
Yeah.
Which he could just do that to the cell, right? He could just take the whole cell, or just the individual from within the cell.
Yeah.
Or are we just presuming there's some kind of like anti-Inhuman shield? Well,
I don't
got
know.
a lot of gear on that one, mind. Oh, got a level 90. Or power 90, I should say. Let's see. Combo finishes trigger cryo damage. Always good. Heroic charge.
Delete a lot of crap.
Why not?
It's when you're using a level 40 hammer and you got like a level 47 in your bag.
I know that pain. So we're on 90, which is a cool place for me to be sat at. However, I need to unlock it twice to get those next like level up things. But thankfully, I'm okay with 92. I'm okay with 92.
It's an even number, so it's acceptable.
Yeah, it's acceptable. It's acceptable. Let's compare. Again, it doesn't really make much difference comparing at this point. It's more just about the overall power level. But
Yeah.
I do quite like the interest and detail they've gone into in regards to like particle damage and stun resistance.
Yeah. I mean, I'm about 2/3 the way through the campaign, but it hasn't really explained too much about the different stats, to be honest.
It never does.
Yeah.
It never does. Right. That's a no-no.
So it's like, yeah, range power attack, steal particle damage. I don't even know what that is. Like, is it just the type of damage that... Is it just a generic type of damage that things might have resistance to?
Critically injured. Yeah, see, so some stuff sounds good, like 56% defense buff when critically injured, but how much of the level do you spend critically injured? So I'd rather swap that out for something different. Yeah. I like 88.
That's something I'm finding actually on Final Fantasy VII. There's a lot of like material, like when you're upgrading like, your weapons. There's a lot of when you're on full health or when you're on like quarter health. This like perk comes in. It's like, but I'm very rarely on either of them in the middle of a fight.
Especially if you're half decent.
Yeah. Well, you're rarely on full health because you're in the fight. You take damage occasionally. It happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It does.
And I find I'm very rarely on low health because I maintain my health. I manage my health properly. Okay. You ready for the next mission?
Almost. I'm just having a quick look at what I've got in my crystals. 4% plasma reduction. That's a terrible one. Doesn't do anything. Heroic support. No, it doesn't really do anything. Increases charge rate of heroic ability. I do like that.
Yeah. What I have noticed is when you've completed a mission, it does put a little tick next to the icon.
Yeah, so you at least know what you've done.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to hit missions that are within my power level that I haven't ticked off.
Free hostages. Hit a single enemy with a full payload of 6 smart rockets. Don't think I'd even know how to fire 6 smart rockets at once yet. But
I'm getting close to my next challenge card.
got some skill
Almost
points.
level 2.
My skill tree is looking quite detailed now. Starting to spend them on. You know those skill tree points that you're not really interested in, but I've now accrued enough points. I'm like, I'll buy them anyway.
I'll get it because I might accidentally hit it at that combo at some
it's
point.
like a little 5% increase or something.
Yeah.
Supercharge boost. What's that one? Upgrades the Hulkbuster archive to allow the armor to remain deployed for 5 more seconds. Yes, please. There's my skill point spent. Right, I'm good when you are.
I am a big fan of like passive abilities.
Yeah, they just gradually add that little incremental boosts.
Can you hear that?
The beeping.
No. Sounds like someone's like doing like donuts like in a car outside my bloody house.
Oh, it sounded like beeping, but
Yeah, I could just hear like a real like
Probably, yeah.
high pitched like tire squeal.
Hill, I come bearing gifts.
I feel like your power's increased by 10 already, just
Fair
in
enough.
these
Truth is,
3
we know
short
where your
missions we've
favorite
done.
bone
I
face
think I've leveled
antidote
up
is
4
hiding out.
times.
And not even the word fortress accurately describes it.
It's when I actually unlock 4 in the campaign, it's just going to be overpowered.
He's going to be prepared
Not
for
a bad
anything
thing.
I might throw at him.
Yeah.
I mean, Thor, you'd like to think,
Luckily,
should be,
you've got
alongside the Hulk,
Yeah.
the most overpowered to
Unanticipatable
start with.
Avengers on your side.
I think that's probably why I never liked the Hulk when I
you
played
like
the
me to
like
pull up
the
Agent
beta
Marston's
because it just
files?
didn't feel
Wouldn't be any
overpowered.
use.
Yeah.
His photographic
Especially when
muscle
he's, like,
memory
really
is a
low
new
level.
beast
Yeah.
every time we meet him.
I want Hulk to feel really overpowered. I want Black Widow to have to. I want to think about how to approach fights tactically with her. But with like Thor, Hulk, I just want to smash it.
Yeah. Pretty much a given.
I'm detecting
not
an AIM
surprised.
patrol in the area.
Aw, they missed me. Let's go say hi.
Snow.
Seems to be no like chests or anything.
Nope. Some people are going to spawn just in front. Right in front. You can see him, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We shall triumph overall.
It'll be interesting as this game evolves if they add anything on to do with the movies. So like when the Black Widow movie comes out, how much they're going to look at tying it in with that.
I'd imagine not because they've done quite a lot to differentiate them.
True, but it's such a good marketing opportunity, right?
Yeah.
To like, oh, everyone's talking about the new Ant-Man movie, let's get some Ant-Man missions in here just so people go see the movie or they're looking forward to the movie and they want to go play it.
Yeah,
Like, look at Battlefront
I mean,
coming
I
out.
could be wrong.
Yeah, Battlefront coming out at the same time the Star Wars movies launch. It's such an easy win for marketing.
It is, but I think with Battlefront, it's part of the same canon where this isn't.
Yeah, true.
This is my
I like to see it anyway.
I agree, but I wouldn't expect it.
I think that Dreadbot just got absolutely destroyed by about 3 of our specials.
The element of surprise.
I started mine off. I did the whole laser cut through him.
Yeah.
Then I think Hulk flipped him on his like cut to a Hulk animation. Totally ignored the rest of my animation,
This doesn't change it.
and then it may have even done one of yours at the end.
I opened up with the Bifrost.
Yeah. Well, I used an overcharge, which my overcharge's got an EMP built into it now. So any robots that have shields, they immediately get kind of like knocked down a peg, which I think is really beneficial when you approach like the the ones with the little, they're like henchman ones that have the shield above their head, like priority target.
AIM's protecting their lieutenant with
Like
everything
these
they've
4,
got.
5.
Told you
Yeah.
Monica's a
Yeah.
Taskmaster fangirl.
So as soon as I approached that group, I could basically use my overcharge and defunct all their shields in one go, which is really useful when there's a few of them.
Well, I can come in using like flying using the Odin Force as like a laser. That's what I use a lot. Thins out some of the enemies while
Yeah. Locking the entrance. Oh, I'm invisible. Thanks to Black Widow. Yeah, Hulkbuster time, why not? Just go all out on these, Richie. Let's just go all out.
yeah,
Don't worry. We'll need to go around.
need some help.
is that? Missile time. Not want to like see the whole puzzle charging towards me.
Another squad member is down.
The turrets are really annoying with the laser. No, it means one of them.
Ah, okay.
I know what you were thinking though, because I had it and I had a quick like double check, and I was like, no, they're
Get
not.
inside.
Hey, I never knew the guy before his Halloween transformation, so I wouldn't call us friends.
We all good down there? Everything dealt with? Yeah. Just a random bit of yellow heroic orb stuck in the cliff face. I get it? Nope.
Do you need it? We're about to go down the lift, so you'll probably recharge anyway.
Oh, maybe. Just wandering around, checking things there. I'll try the rest of these. I do appreciate how Thor overrides the computer though. We've got a nice Razer keyboard there, like all backlit with its neon lights.
It doesn't have. Just because it's backlit doesn't mean it's Razer.
Yeah, well, you know A.I.M's only going to have the best.
Yeah.
Commander Hill. Long time no
Yeah.
see.
Taskmaster.
Jarvis, hang up.
Wait a m-
Connection ended.
You know, that is way funnier when you're not the one getting hung up on.
There is a chest with gear close by.
Hell, got any secret
Jarvis just
weaknesses
hung
you
up
want to
on
let us in on?
Taskmaster.
Just do what you do best,
Yeah,
Stark.
quite
Improvise. Don't stick to a plan and occasionally act outside of your own self-interest. Taskmaster won't know what hit him.
Taskmaster's one of the villains I never heard of until like
That guy's not getting
a year
He
or
feels
two
like a
ago.
minor villain.
Yeah, but now I feel like he's definitely coming to the forefront. And obviously
Watson sings in the Spider-Man.
well that, and then he's also in the Black Widow movie. And then now he's kind of like writing the opening sequence for this as well, so...
Maybe that's why they're just using a character who's probably underutilized outside the comics.
I mean, you'd imagine Marvel collectively are well aware that he's going to be in so much stuff. It's like, yeah, he's going to be in a movie. He's going to be in the game. Let's just kind of make it public knowledge that he's a real threat to the Avengers.
Yeah, if we put him in a hunt full of different stuff, people will start getting to know the character a bit.
And then again, when he shows up in like the Black Widow movie, even if it's just 10% more of the audience, they're going to go, oh, that's him. That's cool. As opposed to, who the hell's this guy?
Yeah,
Another
I'm with you.
nameless villain. Subtle marketing ploys.
large reward to whomever brings me an Avengers.
Ash has been playing too much as Thorn Pin, not paying attention to the others. I want to keep Iron Man main. Yeah, it's the
Everything
balance
I needed
in.
to stop you.
Do you go with a main, or do you keep them all fully balanced? Whereas I think if you find a favourite, it's very difficult to not want to play as them.
I think it depends, who you're playing with. Like,
Yeah, well, I
I
mean,
think when I'm playing with you, I like is having a main, but I will level up the others just in case we can change it up occasionally.
I mean, my other one was Thor, but as soon as we started playing last week, you were saying, "Oh, Thor's my strongest." So I was like, "Okay, I'll play as Iron Man instead then."
Yeah.
Which again, it's not a bad thing because then we get to like grow them all at the same time.
It means you can get to the end game content like quicker. Like if you focus on leveling up one character and then deal with the rest later.
Who's just shooting? Big Daddy Adaptoid.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, he's got yeah. So. Watch out. So one of my cool. Oh, there's another one over the other side of the room as well. So one of my cool upgrades to my block shield is see this like little green wall I've put up.
Yeah.
That now reflects projectiles back at enemies. So it's quite nice. Oh, he's got me! He's got me! He's got me! Or did you use your special thing there?
Fine.
That was just a couple of
I was at the
normal
swing.
moves. Yeah.
That's quite
It's
cool as well.
it's when you unlock it like fully, you can like it's like a triple one where you just like one with one hand and one with another hand, and like almost like a Legend of Zelda like sword spin.
Right, that's cool. Right, there's a chest this way, gentlemen. And some turrets. 1, 2, 3.
There's more turrets.
Yeah, there's a few right behind us as we come in. Missed it.
We shall prevail.
It's a shame these areas don't have like a few more chests for us, rather than just the one.
Yeah.
I feel like some of them are a lot of work for just like one bit of gear.
Yeah, get some resources as well.
Yeah, true. Right. Watch out for the turret around the corner. There it is. There's another one around this corner. There it is. See, now I've played these levels so many times, I know the
They may
exact
drop
hot
something
points.
useful if defeated.
Resources. The high priority.
I just saw Hulk just run past me, just casually carrying a massive boulder.
Overcharge. Yeah, he didn't last long, this guy did. Wow.
Oh.
See you later.
Where's this chest? Oh, was it an enemy, not a chest?
Who was the enemy? Who was the Dreadbot? Hopefully you got some decent gear out of him.
I'll check
now-
out. I'll check between missions.
Yeah, this is the this is one of the levels I did where one of the A.I.M bots got trapped behind one of the doors, and I had to restart this part of the level because like one of the door you just went through, the big gate, it wouldn't open or it didn't trigger or something. So it was just there, and when I went into like when you press up to go into almost like that detective mode, like that one right there in front of us. Like they were there. I could see
Through
them.
this way.
No, there's nothing down there, so we could... Oh, like we're doing it now. They're in the floor. Can you see them? There's like two of the drones just trapped in the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, they're dead.
Yeah.
I'd imagine this is one of those routes where
It's using a different map.
on a different,
mission.
an alternate universe of this map, this is where we'd go. Well, I'm curious to know what's at the end if there's nothing here. Why it would have this way open. Maybe it's the secret. Oh, there's an elevator. That's not the way we came. It's not the way we came in, is it?
I don't know. Could be.
Oh well. Let's head. Let's go catch up with Lee because he's probably waiting patiently at this gate, thinking, "Why the hell have they gone that way?"
Yeah.
We got company.
Left. Beep boop beep. Log into your password. I am Iron Man.
Fury took pity on you, Masters. That's all your shield training was.
Did you know Taskmaster's shield
Are you
name was
questioning your
actually
master's
Agent
judgment?
Masters?
Just his bleeding heart.
No.
Which I've been
That's why it's
reliably
called
informed I
Taskmaster.
don't have.
I thought he just gives you challenge tasks. to
Yeah,
do.
that's what I thought. But it's one of them typical comic book play on words kind
Like
of
the
things.
Riddler.
Yeah.
It's quite. He doesn't really care about the outcome. He just cares about giving you a riddle.
Yeah. And again, it's just like the convenience of him being called like Edward Nigma.
Yeah.
It's
You know who'd be
such a
good
comic book
Riddler?
thing, isn't it? Jim Carrey.
No, who would be good against the Riddler?
Oh.
Bilbo Baggins.
A shame
He
you won't
was,
be around
Riddles in
long.
the Dark.
Glad we're on the same page about your chances.
Here we go.
You're about
Taskmaster
to
and
have a very bad
Crossbones would be a decent bad guy team up because they're so similar.
Like you carry a big stick.
Oh, I don't have my overcharge. I'm sure I've fought Abomination in this room before.
Possibly, yes. I lost sight of him, he went tiny.
Yeah, he's got quite. He basically has everyone's skills, doesn't he?
Where'd he gone?
I don't know. He's disappeared from us. At least we can get out of the way by flying. I feel sorry for Black Widow just to stay on the ground level. Where's he at? Where's he at? Now, if you press up, it tells you to come to this point here.
Yeah, that's just the centre of the room that we're fighting in.
Oh.
He's not falling. Oh, there
Oh,
he
there
is.
he is. Oh, he hit me with his shield. Son of a bitch. Right. Get ready for an overload retreat. Where's he at? Where's he at?
Gotta get something off my chest.
He's down.
Oh. We're in a Hulkbuster mode. Can't find him. Where's he gone? There he is.
He's down. He's just off the ledge.
Yeah, that's the thing with like where the game kind of loses its subtlety, where we're all just basically mashing them in a corner with hit points flying off them.
Yeah.
Like, you ready for rocket time, Richie?
Yeah.
Rocket time. It's just absolute chaos. How Taskmaster isn't like literally dead already is shocking. Oh, you know, you're bifrosting his ass.
He actually just slightly got dodged out the way.
Yeah, that's one of the annoying things when I use the uni beam.
Thanks much.
It's the attack motion for it's so slow. If an enemy gets like knocked out the way or rolls, you've wasted your entire special because you can't move quick enough before it's all exhausted. Oh, shield. Shield please.
Where's he gone? Oh.
Trying to give everyone else a little turn. Go get some health. So Hulk's down and Black Widow's down. Shit.
Now providing punch.
When you get out of oh, I'm down as well. Where's he suddenly got this second win from?
He got out the corner.
Yeah, true, yeah, we just kept him pinned down for so long. He's nearly dead. We've got specials, use them now. It's basically not letting him get hit really, that's the trick, isn't it? Is he dead? He's
You
down.
never learn, Masters.
Ooh, a burn and a pun. Screw Fury. I want you to be the one I relentlessly annoy by not following orders.
Alright, no one can. Do you get the same puns at the end as I do, or who did your quippy puns at the end?
I don't know. I wasn't paying that much attention, to be honest. I think it was Hill.
Stark on mine making jokes about Black Widow.
Yeah.
Derek in the chat, what's up? How are you doing, Derek?
Oh, Derek.
Doing good.
Oh, lots of gear.
Ash is saying, yeah, I've noticed it on the mouse with the Umi beam. It's just as fast as the mouse, yeah, not sure why it's slow on the controller. Oh, that's interesting. So I was saying, yeah.
Look, something is
Sneak
going on.
sensitivity of your
Anthony
controller.
Masters is not immortal.
I mean, it's
And
fine
he's certainly
for
not undead,
usual
whatever
repulsor
his
blasting.
costume
It
might
just
imply.
when I use the
That was
uni beam,
cloning.
it seems to slow
And if
like
they
the
figure out
motion
how to
right
clone a
down
guy
because
with
it's
a
a special.
superpower,
I guess.
who knows what
maybe?
else AIM
I
can
don't know.
do.
I'll look into it.
Exactly. Thank you for taking
If that's the
Taskmaster
case,
out.
thank you.
In a way, it's vindication for
Lee's
A.I.
jumping out now.
For everything
Thanks
he
for
put us
help.
through,
Thanks for stopping
shielding
by.
after.
Very much for joining
I'm
us.
gonna hold on to that.
Leveled up a little bit there. Anyone in the chat, by all means, if you are interested in jumping into our Avengers initiative to play some missions.
I'll drop a fresh link in the chat for you all. And, well, basically first come, first serve.
Unless you're second, because there's 2 slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, get rid of that gear. What? 96, yes, please. I'll take it. We'll go up to 98 for the abilities.
53 so far.
I'm on the cusp of my first 100, Richie, I think.
The one thing I do actually boost is if I get like a legendary, I do usually give it like 2 boosts to just unlock the perks.
Yeah, that's what I do as well. But then usually I'm like on 97 or something 7, so I have to push it that one more. If I've got the resources, I don't mind, because like some of them I look at and like here I've got 328 resources and it only costs 12, so it's like, yeah, why not give it that little nudge just to round the number up a bit.
Yeah. Hey, boosting that just ticked me over at 55.
Sweet. Actually, might push this one to 92 just because I'm feeling it. It sucks. I've
Was
got
that a major story mission that we just did there by any chance?
It may have been one of Black Widow's, possibly,
Yeah.
but I'm not too sure. Get some more stones. We've got 90. Probably is better actually. Increases heroic by that. Gamma damage. I'll bank that one for when I do a gamma specific level like we can't get past. So I've got a crystal for fire damage resistance, shock resistance, gamma resistance. So basically wait until we come across a level where we're really, really struggling because there's a modifier for gamma or something, and then I'll equip that. Shock resistance, that one's rubbish. Sweet.
Let's have a look at my objectives.
Ooh, only a few more comics left to get.
Defeat enemies while overcharged. Is that when there's something like the Odin Force?
Overcharge, it's probably your L1 ability, so probably, yeah. But overcharge is something that Iron Man does, so that's just specific to the character.
It says Spirit of Asgard as a challenge.
I'd imagine it's for you then.
Alright. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Got quality drop there at all
Nope.
in the game. Oh, just my end. Just got a really stuttery all of a sudden.
Alright, let's have a look at the missions. Nothing in the snowy tundra. Pacific Northwest. That one.
Did you pick the mission?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have a countdown or anything. Oh, there it is. There's a few seconds delay.
The Resistance has discovered a Terrigen research lab where A.I.M has been conducting experiments on Inhumans. We'd like to get hold of any materials they've been using in their research. But first we must gain access to A.I.M's laboratory pods.
Laboratory pods.
Defend the lab's main access point while I hack into their system. Warning.
Oh, Captain America
will
with
be
us.
well defended.
I haven't unlocked him yet.
Haven't you?
Nope.
Interesting. Stadia Avengers in the chat. Obviously, Lewis over there who's got his own Facebook page. If you're a big fan of the game and you are playing on Stadia, there is not a better place to go to hook up with people, to play the game, grind out the scores and up your level by checking out the Facebook page, Stadia Avengers. Twitter as well, I believe. It's just, yeah, it's the go-to place. I believe it's Anthony is the guy who runs it all. They do a podcast as well. Go check that out if you're a fan of the game. And all things Avengers. But yeah, by all means, we're more than happy for people to jump in and join our initiative. Every time.
Oh, wow. Someone's down already.
You, yeah.
Yeah, it was Cap.
Oh, sorry, it's your health was yellow, so I presumed it was you. I couldn't even see Cap's bar for a second.
Oh, now I'm down.
Now you're down. I'm guessing this level's maybe a little bit high for your level, Cap, then?
I think so. It was power 55. It's entirely possible if it's my Cap that's with us. He's got like no
Nothing.
stats. Yeah.
Potentially. Yeah, because they did say in the war table missions that your characters would come with you. It's unlike the new Pokemon games, it doesn't look like everyone levels up at the same time. So he's going to stay like that, essentially. He's had some resources. Make sure we're getting them fragments. Ready when you are.
Oh, odds up.
Oh, you're welcome, Anthony. Don't worry about it.
Bypassing the security will take some time.
Working hard or hardly working,
Keep the
eh?
area clear.
So I'm guessing if you're at work, you're either on a night shift or you're stateside. So yeah, that's one thing we sometimes struggle with our streams, is that half of our audience is on the other side of the pond. Yeah, we go to bed. We go to bed when your night really starts.
It's almost like a running gag with us. Like, people from like stateside will just be joining the stream as we're wrapping up.
Yeah, just as we get tired and we start calling it a night, that's when everyone starts dropping in the chat saying, how's it going? I'm ready to jump in and play, and it's like, oh, we're just finishing, sorry.
I'm at bed in 7. I'm at work in 7 hours.
Yeah. But it's good to see people want to jump in with us. I saw someone, I think, on this week's podcast video saying the news stories and stuff for the week could have been a bit earlier, and it was a case of, yes, but we all have full-time jobs. You're just fortunate we all have weekends off to basically record the podcasts.
Yeah, if we were a lot, I mean, ideally for Stadia, the best day would probably be a Wednesday for the podcast to release, because there's so much news comes out the Tuesday.
Yeah, but then again, we could miss the Thursday drop as well.
Yeah.
I actually think we time it quite well. Like, we don't. It's very rare we miss a story because of when we record it. Like, it might be a few days late, but it's very much always the week's news broken now. But all in all, we'd love to make more, but until the dream of it being a full-time thing comes to life, I'd imagine it's going to be like this for some while. Yeah.
So make sure you like, share, and subscribe to us so we can get moves towards that.
I mean, we just like playing games. It's not like we started the podcast as a hobby, but the reality is it's just 3 friends who get to play games and have fun. Really, the games are just an added benefit, I'd say.
I still make one weapon. You're looking at it.
What's he saying? Leaving half an hour, then he's got Stadia Sauce podcast. Yeah, of course, because I know the Stadia Sauce guys, they host their podcast late on a Thursday at 10 o'clock just to try and capture some of that stateside audience. it'll be really interesting to see what it's like when Stadia releases in Australia and the rest of the world, and we have to factor in even more time zones, because the Aussies are a full day ahead of us, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they'll be getting the news technically a day later than everyone else. And everything's upside down.
It's true. like all these are like Spider-Man. Also like sticking to the ceiling and stuff. It's weird.
I mean, I would if I could. Ooh. Bring him down. Overcharge, baby. Got a good block in there.
That did it. Nice work.
Oh, I hate when you're not near the gear to collect it at the end.
Yeah.
Did you get that blue one that dropped then?
I think so.
Oh, I can see it. It's like a meter away from me behind
I
you.
think I'm only just underneath it. I'm actually going to watch the rate. But yeah, I literally landed on top of it as the like mission complete came up.
Yeah, it should. Any gear in the room you should get collectively at the end. It should just add it to your
You
basket.
might do, you know.
Yeah, true.
With
There's
any
no
It
luck,
usually has things
we can
popped up
ascertain
right
new
inside.
information
Yeah,
on
that's
their
true.
inhuman research project, and hopefully use it to protect more
Mission
of our
score
people.
40%. What did we do so wrong in that one?
Oh, we had a lot of deaths, didn't we?
Well,
You lose like so much for every time.
very true. Andy Morph's in the chat. Thanks for stopping by, Andy. You are totally right. You still need to buy this if you haven't already. Great
Do it
game.
now.
If you're a
Oh,
Marvel
now
fan.
jump in.
I mean, you could do it now and jump in. You'd be the lowest. You'd level up super quick.
Yeah.
But it may ruin the story, so I'd recommend, because the campaign is really, really good. I'd recommend probably spending some time working through a little bit of that first.
I don't think it's ruining the story for me that much, to be perfectly honest with you.
I suppose, yeah, you're a good
Because
example.
there's not a lot of story in these missions. There's little glimpses of it, but
Yeah, like locations and such.
yeah, locations, a few characters turning up, but I wouldn't know what story beats are actually getting spoiled until I've already been through them so far in my
Yeah.
experience.
And then you're like, so that's what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm so close. Upgrade.
I kind of want to do this mission again.
What, just to get the...
Yeah, I'm not happy with the 40%.
Well, I mean, do it again. That's what these type of games are all about, right? The grind. Let's do it.
Yeah. Right.
What stone did I get?
There's a way of just redoing it. I do have to reselect it.
Probably reselect it. That would be another good thing to add in.
Now I need to find what mission it was.
Yeah, it would be great to just have a replay mission option.
Yeah. Ah, there we are. Found it.
It's too weak.
Oh,
Oh, I've got some more skills to spend. Oh. Is there anything I've even not bought yet? Oh no, I don't want to change specification. I wanted to buy that one. And I think I've almost spent all my skill points. I mean, like, got all the slots upgraded. Well, I suppose if I'm coming up on level 50, that's about right. You would expect to see that. Mission ready to launch. Anthony, going to share this video on the Stadia Avengers Discord and Facebook. By all means, my friend, we're out there to talk about Avengers on Stadia. The more people we can get playing, more strike teams we can get going, the higher we can level up together, right? That's why it's an Avengers initiative and not an Avengers solo mission. So, share away. You're right there, Andy. Who needs the story when you can just fly around as Iron Man? That's what we've been saying. It's super fun just doing that. I actually have Iron Man on PlayStation 3, still in the cellophane wrap, because I bought it, I think, when everybody was going through the whole MCU watch along, every week they were
Right.
watching like a new MCU movie, and it took you right up to Infinity War or Endgame, I believe it was. I think I actually bought Thor and Iron Man for the PlayStation 3 with the intention of playing them just to see how fun or crap they were, and I never got around to it, so I've got them both on the shelf behind me, still in the wrapper.
A.I.M has been conducting
Oh, you've got to take them out the wrapper,
experiments on
Chris, before you put them on the shelf.
We'd like to get hold of
I
any
mean,
materials
there may be a
they've been
collector's
using in
piece,
their
right?
research. But first we
At
must
one
gain
point.
access to
Yeah.
A.I.M's
I've actually got tomorrow, I've got Mario 3D All-Stars
Defend
arriving,
Lab's
Richie,
main access point while I hack
but I'm
into
not
their
really in the
system.
zone to play it,
Warning.
so
This area
I
will
don't
be
know what I
well
want to do with that.
defended.
Yeah.
Have you played any of those three? Obviously, you played 64.
Anyone-
Everyone's played Mario 64. You played Sunshine and
I played
Galaxy?
a bit of it
We'll need
and
to
a
take
bit of
control of
Galaxy,
their
but
system.
I didn't own it.
Get me to the location on your HUD.
I didn't own a game, so I didn't play much of Sunshine. I did. My sister briefly owned a Wii, but I never had Galaxy. I think I played it around with someone else's while I was at uni or something.
We had we had Galaxy on the Wii, and yeah, I don't remember much of it for some reason.
It's like when you it's weird. It has some like weird gravity effects and stuff where you're on, like little
tiny
like,
planets, yeah.
planets, and you like bounce from planet to planet.
Yeah, so I'm intrigued.
It's a pretty
to
cool
jump in,
game,
and
but-
it's been
yeah.
a long time since I've played 64. It was probably at yours on an emulator. It was probably the last time I may have seen
Yeah.
it.
Well, I actually had the game, so it probably wasn't an emulator.
Oh, it might have been.
I've got it. I've got it on 3DS as well, but I'm disappointed that they haven't put any effort into that at all. It could have just been. They could have just remake that game, like if you're going to release it like this.
Bypassing their security.
Bit of a
will take
cash
some
grab,
time.
right?
Keep the
Yeah, but not done well.
stay in range of the control point.
So we'll see. Anthony's saying keep it in the wrapper. Which one though? Which one? And yeah, people can join us. No problems there. More the merrier.
Watch out for the turrets.
Yeah, I always try and take the turrets down first, just because they're really.
Same.
the lasers
I was just
really,
getting
really
chased
get
by
you away.
them.
Always got to keep the area secure.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Lone Star. One. Ah, I missed the instructions. So you just don't need anyone to be down. Who got down last time?
I went down. Captain America went down a couple of times.
Look at all these little yellow orbs lying around.
It was like right at the start, you know, when you go into that first like open room after the corridor.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
there's that
yeah,
turret.
it was. You're right.
That's
you're
what
right.
got me. It was like this time I had a perfectly dodged the missile. So
So another game I've not really had much time to spend that long on is I got Iron Man VR for my birthday,
oh yeah,
and I played the first kind of like 2 missions for it. It's a really, really good game. Like if you think this lets you play as Iron Man, that's it on a whole different level. Like firing the repulsors and flying around, so fun. Like I said, once this whole lockdown stuff's over, we're gonna have to have you around and shoot something going on.
yeah, definitely.
There's just a moment when you're flying around and the helmet hits you in the face and it goes all dark, and then the hood comes on and you see everything like kind of light up in that like the helmet, the Jarvis kind of aesthetic. It's so cool, and all the sound effects come in, and but you're totally encased in the outfit. You can imagine how cool it is. Oh, we've got a bit of a party going here. Overload time. Oh,
I'm almost done.
he got wiped out. Terrible at these boxing. Take out the big guy and do terrible
Yeah.
on some blocks.
I owe you one.
Go for another one.
Let's just abuse my specials there.
Yeah, it's so satisfying when you get to use them all like in quick succession to each other, and you just feel like an absolute boss. Oh, look at that! Oh, yes, timed that right this time. There's something so satisfying about Iron Man's repulsor charges, isn't there? That noise.
Yeah. It's just using the Odin Force as like Thor is
Yeah.
awesome as well.
I think that's why a lot of people have said Thor's not Thor, sorry. Hulk's not that good, because as much as like he's got his smash abilities, because the smash never really lands. Because like you can hit one of these like little robots in the face, and they don't really react to being hit by like a mega like Goliath that is the Hulk.
Yeah. Maybe when he's like fully leveled up, he'll be a bit better. But...
Yeah. I just think they need to make the AI's like kind of reactions to his impact just a lot more damaging, because realistically, no matter what his level strength is, if something that big's going to hit you in the face, you're going to feel it.
That did it. Nice work.
Yeah, I think he's... Yeah.
Didn't even have to
With
use
the
my
Hulk, he's
Hulk
one of
buster.
them. He's by the very concept of him, he's so powerful that it kind of breaks the game.
Again, I don't think you need to. I don't necessarily need to have the damage, just the reaction. So when I punch a robot, it gets knocked back rather than just standing its ground. Like it's being hit by like tons of force.
With any luck, we can ascertain new information on their Inhuman research project, and hopefully use it to protect more of our people.
What was the
Lose
second?
1 star for every 25% enemy progress.
Oh, okay. So it's not deaths. It's that charge. We need to keep them out of the area.
All right, we'll do a different map. I'm okay with 8%, and if it was just me and you playing offline,
we'd be like when we played Overcooked, it'd be like, no, we need all stars. It needs to be before we move on. We need to get everything.
It's that night when you got Overcooked 2 and we were just up to like 4 or 5 in the morning because we were determined to like complete it. Like we could barely. I was sat there with like one eye open like that. It's just like,
and we did it.
Yeah, we did.
I love Overcooked on Stadia.
Same.
Especially with the kind of collectors all you can eat like deluxe pack that's just came out. It's the perfect party game to get across. Imagine it with crowd play of some kind, like the audience like adds random obstacles in your path or fruit and vegetables, or they can knock you can like knock a tomato off the table or something, and you'd be like, damn it, I was just about to pick that tomato up and someone knocked it in the bin or something like that.
I've just figured it, Chris. Overcooked Battle Royale.
Or just 100 chefs.
Like similar to like Tetris 99, but it's Overcooked. So like every so often like a player drops out.
Alright, so it's just constantly moving on.
Yeah. So the more orders you get through, like the longer you stay in.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, every time you complete an order, you basically add one to someone else's like list, and when you get like too many or something, there's something in there.
That could work. I mean, at this point, I'd just take the base game, but certainly.
Yeah, that too.
Ooh, what's that? Gamma damage, 4.8%.
I wish I could unclick the launch button.
Yeah, just in case you want to make any changes.
Yeah, I just clicked the launch button and I saw it had you like going through your game. I was like, I want to unclick it for you.
It's alright. You can thankfully you can do it as soon as the mission boots up, so
Resistance Intel has identified the location of another shield vault. A.I.M appears to be in the area, likely seeking the same thing.
A.I.M's always in the area.
Find the vault and recover its resources before our enemies have a chance to find it.
A.I.M was A.I.M the guys from Iron Man 3?
Yes.
Like Aldrich Killian at the forefront.
Yeah.
That was his. I don't recall seeing that many yellow kind of advertisements where I feel like in this game nearly everything is plastered with yellow or gold or some kind of like A.I.M honeycomb design.
I think the A.I.M like logo is like
it's
like
hexagon,
gold.
isn't it?
Yeah. It's just because this game is focused heavily on A.I.M.
Yeah.
Where Iron Man 3 was kind of A.I.M were the bad guys, so to speak, but not really. It was more Aldrich Killian and like the Mandarin, wasn't it?
Yeah. I hope the Mandarin does come back in like a real capacity further in like the future of the MCU. Because I know as funny as that plot twist was, I feel like the Mandarin is like a terrorist organisation with all his 10 Rings kind of cronies out there. I feel like it lends itself to a deeper plot, and Trevor Slattery I'm Trevor. Hello. Like, I don't feel like it.
I think they had plans, but
Robert
I
Downey
think they
Jr.
decided
contracted
to-
negotiations put a stall on
Your signal
expanding the story.
detector should pick up a shield frequency.
yeah,
when
and
you get close to its location.
there's only so much. I think as big as the
area ahead of
MCU
you
is,
to
there's only
locate
so much you can actually do with it. Like, because they want to keep doing more stuff. I think if you kept bringing out Iron Man films, they'd probably get a bit samey after a certain point.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I've done 3 solos. Now I'll just do cameos and ensemble stuff.
I bet they wish that they didn't number
Search through
them.
this
Like
area
Iron Man
to
1,
find the
2, 3,
location of the vault.
and then you've got
Your
like
signal detector
I
should
feel like
pick
all
up
of them
its
benefit
frequency
now
when
from
you get
just
close
having
to it.
like kind of sub names.
Yeah, I mean it was the start, wasn't it? Like Iron Man 2 was before Avengers.
Well, yeah, it was Paramount who published it, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
I thought it was really a thing. Striker Fox in the chat, thanks for stopping by. Iron Man missiles do the most damage. Mine is power level 138. It's interesting, I've not really used the missiles. I always prefer the repulsors.
Director Fury didn't mark
But I
this
do
shield
have
vault
rockets
on any
and
official
lasers. Which
maps.
I know they have like
The only way
different
to
elements
find
of
them is
impact.
by using the signal
The different
detector.
types of signal detector, Richie. Have you got a signal detector? Because nothing's happening on my screen.
I've got. Yeah.
It'll beep the closer you get it. It's like sonar almost.
Oh no, I haven't got one yet, but I found some,
Going down?
like a question mark thing over this way.
Ah. Nope. Don't know what just happened. Do we all just reset?
If you want to find the location of the
I don't
vault,
know.
you should scout the nearby area.
Scout the nearby area to find the vault. I don't think I've done
I
a
don't
mission
even
like. I don't think I've done a mission like this yet. I mean, it looks like the,
Alright,
the,
that's
the
what it
path
is.
continues.
So yeah, if you keep going over to the left, we'll go around.
I mean, yeah, we can just fly. Oh, there you go. Right, big massive door right in front of us. Oh, I walked into that. Hero downed! I crashed into a suicide bot in one go and it just blew me up. That bodes well if I'm the strongest one here.
Yeah.
What difficulty was it?
I was like 61 or something. It was a little higher than me, but nothing drastic.
I wonder if the suicide one's just one hitting around. Seems a bit harsh, but. Oh, it's kind of American. I don't know where these random robots are coming from. I'm guessing this is the restricted area room we're supposed to be in.
Probably, yeah.
Waiting for a turret of some sort. Just get some
When your signal detector picks up the
Nano
vault
tube.
frequency, follow it to reach the vault location.
nothing in
So
here.
there's a lot of stuff.
Proceed to the
yeah.
designated location.
Yes, Anthony, we are using OBS. OBS, which, thanks to our techie teacher from the podcast, Tom, I've learned to use in the last 12 months.
Yeah.
No expert training, just cracking on.
Left or right first?
I'd say left. There's one that's about 100 meters, just under 100 meters.
There is a
Yeah,
chest
chest
with
on the
gear
roof.
close by.
Oh, you
There's actually quite a lot of them
Yeah,
left, so.
there's some turrets as well. Remember when games didn't have chests? There you go.
Not really. I think chests have been quite stable in games.
Whoa, didn't see that guy. Overcharge, guys. Let's go for it. Prime, Android Prime. Right then. Where to next? Shall we go to that cluster over there?
I don't know where you are.
We're down here.
Alright.
There's like a cluster off down there. I presume we.
Yeah, one's about 150 from where I am now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a little doorway here. There's a couple of enemies in a underground base area.
How didn't that hit the drones?
The electric.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd wish it was. That's one of the
Like,
things.
I flew right into the middle of them.
Yeah, that's one of the things as a flying character. I appreciate being able to get up to the drones, but when I've done a few missions with Black Widow, it's a bit frustrating because sometimes having to stop and get your guns out and aim upwards, it's a bit slow and not all that fun. What's that guy doing? It's like it's stuck to the ceiling.
Look for a chest containing special resources nearby.
Enemy spotted!
Personally, adding this stuff into OBS is just something that I like doing from an aesthetic standpoint, just to make it look a bit different and legit, I suppose, rather than just two empty boxes on the screen. But like I said, it's totally self-taught. Once you kind of play around with it and you get your bearings, it's actually too difficult to use, I'd say. But sometimes when you first open it up, and not knowing the layout is kind of a bit daunting with what the hell do these buttons do.
There's a lot of more complex stuff, like you need computer settings, encoding settings, and all that sort of stuff if you want to go really advanced. But Streamlabs especially makes it really quite easy to get started. And I'm down.
Oh,
Get back in the fight, soldier.
can't even see. Where are you at? Is someone getting you, or you're alright?
Yeah, next to Captain America was trying, but
Alright, I'll take out.
I found some like fire, some things.
I'll
What are
let
they
you-
called?
Are you back up?
Yeah, adaptoids. There's a. Right, I'm gonna get out of here.
God, that hurt.
Yes, basically everything is set up as a different scene. So,
Okay.
well, this actual thing's one screen overlay, but we've got an opening and
Yeah.
closing with like different music and like video backgrounds. And you can
That's the basics
yeah.
of OBS. Really, is you need to learn how to use your scenes and what your sources are. And just get once everything's set up, you're usually good to go.
Yeah, I think that's it. Once you've got one kind of core setup you're happy with, the rest isn't overly difficult to figure out, I think. But just make some unique images. You can, thankfully nowadays, you can pretty much Google most things. Like for the Avengers logo on the top right, that was a case of just Googling Marvel's Avengers logo transparent, and you copy and save that to your PC, and then add it in through OBS, and there you go. You've got an official logo on the corner of your screen. Ooh. Oh, I'm down. I'm gonna go look for health then. I'm guessing we're not getting 5 stars on this one, mission.
No.
If that's one of the mission caveats. Switch to rockets and actually use the rockets.
Yeah, even the
no,
drones are taking a couple of hits to take down.
Press the wrong button for rockets. Oh, big adaptoid guy. Oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, I think we're alive.
Uh-oh, shields up. Oh, I just smashed through my shield.
Why did you guys take a break?
Gross.
Alright, where was the resource chest? That was meant to be over here.
It's on the roof. Oh no, with that. Yeah, it's on the roof. Oh, it's in a room. Yeah, looks like it's above here. In this door, potentially?
Yeah, looks like there's buttons on the top of the building.
Oh yeah, there's
on the
buttons
top
side,
sides.
yeah. Oh, that's not one.
I've got 2 of them.
Top side. buttons to stand on or buttons to shoot?
Buttons to shoot.
Do they go blue once you hit them?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, there's one on the underside of the bridge. There's another one. Is there one on the other side? Yeah, one on the other side. Oh, just seconds too late, I think. Right, okay. I'll get the two on the underside of the bridge. You get your two usual ones you got before.
Right, there's one.
There's 2 and 3.
There's 4.
That should be it, right?
We're not open, so maybe there's more.
Oh no. Let's check the bridge for more. Oh,
There
no,
we go.
Okay, good on. Is there a 5th then?
Yeah, it was on the underside of the bridge as well. Luckily, they were actually showing up when I pressed up.
Wouldn't want to be in your shoes.
Yeah, just have a mess around with it, Anthony. And if in doubt, just go on YouTube and search for OBS editing techniques and stuff, and you can let self-teach anything nowadays.
Yeah, the best way to do it is just have a go. I'd recommend you actually streaming when you're doing it, even if you are just streaming like as a private stream to YouTube. So that way you can see how it's performing as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I try to do early doors with like my old laptop, and there really wasn't up to snuff to run all OBS and the game. Now, thankfully, Stadia does alleviate some of the processing power that your computer will need, because it's obviously running from the cloud rather than locally.
Well, one of the reasons I bought a new PC was because I couldn't run OBS, Discord, and Stadia all at the same time. I can manage 2 out of 3, so I literally couldn't stream.
Right. I think there's one question mark left.
144.
Yeah, sounds about right. Few enemies in between us and them. Oh! Shaky Jake, now go away.
Why did you choose the wrong side?
Why did he?
Look for a chest with gear nearby.
So many drones. This must be like a high-end mission, this one.
Just because of how much shit's going on.
Yeah. We've got lots of adaptoids, lots of drones, like...
Rocket Man.
Get through out, get through the star.
Punch the honeycomb.
Ah, fair enough.
If in doubt, punch the honeycomb. It's one of life's great rules.
I wouldn't recommend doing it in real life.
Yeah.
You're probably going to get stung.
No, punch the honeycomb. Right, I need to have a look at some gear just because it says I've maxed out on collecting something. And my guess is it's the crystals, so... I'll spend too long. Yeah, it's crystal time. Heroic, increase heroic ultimate by 8.5. Increase charge rate. So I don't
We
want to do
shall
8.5.
triumph over all.
I think this is this area clear.
So I want to swap that out for that one. Get rid of that one. Nothing there. Ooh. Nope. You're just having a look through your gear as well.
Yeah, well, only actually because you were.
Something from Commander Fury. What the hell? Chain some rockets. Right, I am back. Good when you are. Hit my head on the roof. location in question.
So there's one about 200 and about 300 meters away, but through the cliff.
How did we get through the cliff? Oh, there we go.
So
the underground door. Do you remember where it was? It's near me.
Ah,
Want to
see.
be in your shoes? A challenge.
Oh, there you're at. Let's fly together, Thor. It's just like the opening scene. One go
Lots
to
of stuff.
1-4, yeah, the closest one first seems about right.
Yeah.
Oh, coming up on some enemies.
Oh, that turret didn't die in one hit. That wasn't expected.
Oh, you got.
Lots of stuff in this one.
Yeah, there's quite a lot going on at this inevitably hexagon-shaped building.
Considering we've played some maps tonight where there's literally 2 rooms.
Yeah, it seems to be quite an expansive level, doesn't it? Right, where's the actual thing for here? There was something here, wasn't it? Oh, it's in that. Is it the next level? Next level up?
Yeah, it's in the next level up.
Let's see what it is. See what it is. Oh, it's
Right,
just
I'm
in-
going to head to the chest. That's about 160.
Oh,
Looks
you've
like
already
it's-
got this one.
Yeah, I already got it. Yeah.
Comic found.
Oh.
Oh, there's a lot of this here, isn't there?
Not anymore.
That's them dealt with. Bit of an evil laugh.
Did you just hear? Oh, God, yes.
Yeah, it's almost like Sam.
Can we go over there? Don't think so.
Which one did you head towards?
Heading towards the one that, well, at the moment it's about 40 meters from me, but behind the cliff. So as I
Can't
came
see
through
you
off
on
to the
my-
left,
Can't see on my map. No.
I'll head to you, because there's one right near you where you are, and you appear to be in a fight. So
It's quite Captain America throws his might shield. Oh, that was a like tracer rocket. Oh, this guy. Oh, out of the sky. Oh, I'm downed. Just like that, one missile. You can go through waves and waves of enemies, not a problem. Captain America's got me, it looks like, even though he's surrounded himself. You go through waves and waves of enemies, no problem, and then one rocket hits you out of nowhere and you're down. This
yeah.
guy's rocket.
One of our shield allies nearby could use some help.
You down again? Or?
No, I just got hit with it. I tried to put a shield up and then the rocket came from the side of me. From this random guy. Oh, there we go. That worked that time. Right.
I've already punched 2 honeycombs.
Oh, there's 2 directly above it on the next level.
Alright. I'll get the bottom one, sir.
Hey Richie, punch the honeycomb. Told you.
Yeah.
Punch that. What is going on there? Some kind of air conditioning unit freaking out. It's like the Avengers!
Require the DNA key to unlock.
DNA.
Need Captain America.
I can just
it?
open it. I've just opened
Really?
it.
Oh. I now can open it.
Oh.
I feel like I've just glitched the game there after you opened it.
Let's see. Jump in and watch Stadia SOS podcast on my drive home, and then jump on when I get in the house. Fun chatting. Thanks for stopping by. And Barry's just saying, time has run away with me this evening, chaps, so I haven't really had the chance to jump in. Don't worry, Barry, we'll be back. The Stadia initiative is an ongoing thing. It's not a one-time thing. As Earth's mightiest heroes need to defend the Earth all the time from many threats, not just childcare and adult responsibilities.
Did you say the Stadia initiative there? 'Cause that's already a thing, that's not us.
Stadia Source podcast. No, I mean the Stadia, not the podcast, the actual Stadia initiative being the Avengers.
Yeah.
There was an idea.
You've got nothing on us.
I'm going for this box.
Ooh. No, pal.
Turrets galore. Ooh, that's real drones. What a... Memories of this. Whoa, look at them all! Bye-bye, dronies. About 12 drones up here in the sky.
You're safe now.
Although I don't mind the little drones, because I feel like they're like the nice cannon fodder. You feel strong taking them out.
I shot quite a few as I came in.
Yeah, there was about 12 clustered up on the top. Well, there you go, that's that guy free. 111.
Chest upstairs.
What was that?
Yeah.
Upstairs on that balcony.
Yeah, just on the left as you go
I
in.
must have missed that. Thank you. It's a good thing with playing team games like this. Some others see what others don't.
It's stuff like that when you're like playing the game and you've been very anal, going around making sure you like look at every corner, and then you get to the end of the game, you're like, you've got like 20% of the collectibles. Like, how have I missed so much?
Imagine if one of the gear you could unlock was the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, be a bit overpowered.
Depends if it's got the stones in it or not.
Yeah.
It could just be a
Although,
fake
it'd probably
one.
kill you outright.
What if it had the stones in it?
Yeah.
True. Right. On the next one. Yeah, it's quite a long mission, this one, Richie, isn't it? This one, I'd imagine, could be one of the raid missions, where as a full team, if like the difficulty is quite high, it'd take a long time to like kind of grind through it all.
Fair, we haven't actually attempted to do the mission yet, so...
I mean, I don't even know how do we get to this next part. Is there a doorway we go through? I can see there's an enemy, but I can't see... Is there going to be like another one of them hole in the wall kind of thing?
I have no idea.
Found some...
Is it through this building?
My rockets. I'm in the base of the canyon. I mean, the mission is for obviously us to follow the sonar thing.
Yeah.
However...
There seems to be a lot of enemies the other side of this building.
I wonder if... should we try and follow the sonar and see where it takes us? See if it might actually unlock the door to get through to that next part? Right, I'm hovering towards it
Yeah.
now. Looks like it's probably going to be in this gap. Can't go any higher.
Oh, I think I found it. Over the right hand side of the building there's a cave.
Allow me to go around.
The right hand side of the building.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'll follow you then. Ooh, past these. Who's that big guy? Oh.
There is an elite AIM unit near you. Defeat them, and you may gain something useful. There, up ahead.
Oh, he's got rockets. He's got rockets. You beam. Oh, you beam.
He's down.
Down to the count.
This guy's not getting back up.
Actually quite close to our mission opening here. There's still one more chest somewhere. One door.
Nice.
Oh, I got blasted in into the room.
Another one that requires a DNA key. I don't even know what DNA keys are.
I'll open it for you. Me neither, actually. But apparently I can open them, so...
See, it comes up with, after you open it, it'll say 0 out of 1 DNA keys, but then I can open it.
Glitch.
So I'm pretty sure that is a,
Yeah, you should
is
be
a
able
bug
to.
in the game.
Again, I don't recall anything ever telling me what it was, so... I'd imagine it's like a exclusive bit of gear or something like that, but...
Yeah. It's
guess.
is it just something that you pick up as you go along? Like, you just haven't noticed you've been collecting them all the way?
Maybe. Right, where's this opening? It's gotta be here. 4... Oh, here it is. Little Google Home kit on the floor. You interact.
You have discovered the location
Yeah.
of the shield
Here we
vault.
go.
Please step inside and take the elevator down.
Oh, look at this. Secret mission. Imagine if this stuff... I mean, obviously this stuff exists in real life, but imagine finding something
Yeah.
like this in real life. As a
You'd probably
kid,
get
like,
shot.
this is stuff you'd... Yeah, you'd
Just-
probably get shot before you even got in. Like, what's in here?
It would be
The
awesome though.
automated systems
If you
are
found like
recognizing
an
you.
old, like
Please proceed
disused
to the activation area down
Just
below.
becomes your
that
secret
just generally
HQ.
people forgot about.
You're looking
It's just
mighty
one of them
powered up
things-
there, Richie.
It's on some sort of like government spreadsheet, but that's it. Like no one's actually aware of it.
Yeah. Look at Hulk just carrying a big boulder with tree roots and rubbish and everything.
I was saying earlier, I saw him. He just walked past me carrying it. I was like, all right,
Activate its
crack
main
on, Hulk.
terminal so we can begin.
Shield vault. Now, I think I've done one of these myself. So when we get into the vault, there's essentially the vault door's got a kind of like combination code, and there's going to be 5 panels around the room. We need to enter the code in correctly. But while we're trying to enter the code, we're hit with waves of enemies. We've got to try and fight off while they try and hack the code themselves.
All right, so it's probably best one person focus on the code, the others try and keep the enemies off them.
I mean, if you see that room, that's one of them you stood
Right.
on now. So
I
they
found
should
4,
be
yeah.
numbered. Yeah, they basically
I can see
that's it.
3 as well.
Yeah, basically that's it. I also think there's a chest.
Nope,
in
this
there,
is
I think.
2.
Oh, secret chest Richie. Well, not secret, but hidden behind the barrels there is. Where have you gone?
Vault systems initiating. Please stand by.
Oh, where have you gone?
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, just behind this wall.
I found 3, 2. I found 2 and 5.
There's 2 on this side of the room, 2 on the other side of the room, and there is
Yeah.
1 just
Right.
in this little corridor bit here.
Yeah, 4.
So,
The,
yeah, it
there.
shouldn't be too difficult for us to do.
2's here. That's 5. So, where's 3? That's the only one I don't know
It'll
where
be
it
on the
is.
other side of the room. We'll find it out. We'll find it. You get like a minute to do the code
Yeah, I can
anyway.
see it. Right.
Right. Vault
The vault
initiated.
remains intact.
Okay.
Complete code
5
verification
and
to
3.
unlock the contents of the vault.
5 and 3.
Awaiting first code verification entry.
So I'll wait here if you want to do 5.
I'm on 5.
Code
That's 5.
verification
I'll
entry
5
verified.
3.
Awaiting second code verification.
Yeah, 3's in the side room.
Oh, here come the enemies. Oh yeah, I've got 3. I've got 3.
Do I need to stay on 5?
No, no.
Verification entry verified.
There you go.
That's
Return
it.
to the vault. No, we've got to do about 4 combination, like 4 waves of combination.
Right, I'm with you.
But we need to return to the main bit to stop, to get the next sequence.
Where's the main bit gone?
It's where the chest is.
Commencing code authentication.
Watch out, suicide guy behind you. Oh, he's gone. Oops.
That's one of the a lot of things I like about 4 is like if you want to stay in a single place to defend like this area, I can just keep throwing me on here at things.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So if you can see now we have to defend this bit. You
Yeah.
can see it loading up. Oh no, adaptoids. Big giant adaptoids.
Authentication online.
Oh.
Ow.
Cape's on fire. Right.
Charging
So there's the first sequence locked in.
of the vault. Unauthorized access detected.
2, 3, 4.
Sequence reset is imminent.
Oh, destroy the A.I.M hacker. You got the hacker. He's just through there. He's on. I've got him. You're right.
Alright.
So they try and disrupt the sequence by sending like little hacker robots out.
Right, I've got 2.
Code verification entry verified.
I'll go for 3. That's 1. That's 1.
Right, I'm gonna stand by at 4.
Right, I'm on 3. 3's done.
Verification entry verified. Awaiting third
4's
code
done.
verification entry.
Right, back to the main one. I was fighting off some of these guys. Suicide.
Yeah, there's a lot.
At least when the suicide ones, you and me can just take off the ground.
Well, I found that one of my R1 abilities, like the one that brings up all the tornadoes. When they charge me, I'll just hit that and they just get trapped.
Yeah. The sound of
Or
Neil,
hide behind
Neil
the
is
PC
so
console and just let them
use it as like a sandbag.
Yeah, yeah. That's a lot of
I was
adaptoids.
gonna say, yeah. Right, I'm gonna go and get the adaptoids. You stay on the panel.
Yeah.
Adaptoid time. Bitches. Right, one adaptoid down.
That's one.
Sequence. See, that's an EMP, which I think kills everything in the room. Everything robotic anyway. Which I'm surprised I survive.
Yeah, you're Iron Man. You can do what you want.
That's true, yeah. Although people really need to use EMPs against Iron Man in the movies a lot more. Because it is a really easy way of bringing them down. Right, 3215 is our code.
Yeah, are you moving for 3?
Yeah, I'll go for 3 if I remember where it's at, unless they change. No, same place.
No, they haven't
3,
changed.
There's 3.
Two's done.
Right,
I'm
I
at
think
5.
One's near me as well, so I'll get
Oh,
1.
the 2 isn't done.
Oh, yeah, 2 isn't done.
Code verification
2,
entry verified.
1.
Code verification entry verified.
5 on me.
Yeah.
Verification entry.
Oh, I keep moving off it too quickly.
Oh, bastard.
Oh, is there a hacker up?
Oh, there may be. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. There doesn't seem to be a hacker. Do 5 again.
I'm stood at 5 and nothing's happening.
Doesn't seem to be a hacker anywhere that I can see. Just come off it and go back on.
Yeah, I have. Can you try? It's just around that corner.
That's 4.
Yeah, it's in this little corridor here.
That's 2. Oh, there's the one in between. Is the only one that's different.
Yeah.
It's offline. Oh, wait there. Do we need to go back? What's that? 40? Go back and stand on the main one, maybe? Authorized personnel detected, so that must... you might need to stay on that. Oh no, 5's not... Yeah, 5's not lit up at all. That's weird. Maybe let the timer run down and then we'll try it again. It seems to have glitched itself to some degree.
Yeah.
Enter a wrong one again? There you go, I've entered the wrong code. So now that might have rejig 5 back into... No, 5's still out for the count. Okay. Just, yeah, leave that cube, Richie, and let the countdown run down to 0, and we'll try it from the beginning. For some reason it doesn't like us.
Yeah, I don't...
All I do is win, win, win.
Can you do taunts?
There's 3.
Taunts in this game?
It feels like it should be.
Oh yeah.
Like, the D-pad's not doing
down,
that.
down on the D-pad. I just wave.
Not doing that for me.
You might know. You might know I've
I
unlocked one. Yeah.
I haven't actually got the character unlocked, so that makes sense.
13 seconds. Gives me a second to look at my skills and just buy another rocket booster.
Attention, code verification sequence timer is imminent.
So do we have to start from the start, or is it just the
No, I
last
think
wave?
just that sequence. There you go. 3, 2,
Okay.
5, 1 again. And some bad guys have respawned, so my guess is that's probably going to be the same. Oh, hacker. Right, I'll get the hacker.
Why did you choose the wrong side?
Right. 3's done.
Alright, moving to 2 now. You got 1.
Yeah.
Should be near 3.
Back to the middle. I saw that. Just as he's running in, he just gets absolutely blasted away. Now this is where I would expect the biggest wave, if this is the last sequence. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, them self-destructive ones are pretty painful if they get up close.
Yeah.
I'm happy to waste like more than my specials on them when they're all grouped together like they were.
Adaptation time. Right, I'll try and deal with the adaptations.
Take a break. Ooh, is it getting hot in here?
I did not intend to use the uni beam on that guy, but he got roasted.
He used a uni beam on me.
There you go, done anyway.
Unlock protocol complete.
Now these shield vaults should have had like some kind of Zola reference. Like he should be hidden in the shield vault. There's lots of resources in here, like. Now after how lengthy this level has been, I'd expect some good gear from inside here. There's plenty of resources.
Well, the level probably isn't that long if we went straight for the objective.
Yeah, I guess. Looks like there's a couple of crates in and amongst the debris, so make sure you get them all. 3 in total, it looks like. And then a big panel with a big red button. Can I push the big red button, Richie?
Not yet. I've got one more chest to loot. Okay, hit the button.
Hulk's just stood outside with his boulder again. Here we go. Beep. Oh, it's folded away, and we're locked in. Everything's sealed around us. We've got 10 seconds to get out. That should be the...
Oh,
Mission
ceiling.
success. Another shield vault successfully secured and kept out of the hands of A.I.M.
Do you reckon that's 100%?
No. Maybe. Depends what the criteria was.
1 second, I suppose.
Can you see it footprints?
Excellent work, Avengers. With this vault recovered,
Yep,
we've
100%.
bolstered our resources and a one-step
Ultimate
closer to fully
repulses was
rebuilding
my
the shield.
reward. What did you get?
Our agents in the field
I got a
will
new
continue
hammer.
searching for more hidden
A new
vaults,
hammer?
as this certainly wasn't
Yep.
the last one.
Power level 73. Grip of ages.
The grip of ages. Right. Let's check out this gear. I want to see those gauntlets. Oh, I've got my first 100, Richie.
Oh. I'm not that far off.
Let's see. Light combo, trigger shock damage, 10% increase to supercharge energy. Or light combo finishes overcharged with gamma radiation or stun damage from signature attacks. 11% chance critical attacks boost willpower. Ooh, shock damage. I think gamma's probably the best. Let's scrap the rest. Ooh, look at that. Now I've got a whole different OCD thing to worry about. 100 and something doesn't sit well with me. Now I'm into triple digits. It's like, oh, it's a whole different level of numeric problems. Oh, I tell you what though, Richie, these legendary ultimate repulsors clock in at 109 power with laser attacks deal extra damage, increase activation, tachyon rifts. I don't even know what that is, but I like the sound of it.
Probably one of your abilities.
Yeah, it probably is actually.
I'm now power level 71. I think I was in the 40s at the start of the stream.
Not too bad. See, if we do one of these a week, we'll be taking on Thanos in no time.
I'm actually flicking back through the stream to see where I was when we first started.
Laser attacks deal particle damage. I mean, 111 looks good, right?
111's a good number.
111, it is. It's your house number, right?
Yeah, it is actually.
Great.
No. Actually, I was power level 35 at the start of the stream.
Wow. That one's got to go. Ooh, some gear to choose from. They're rubbish. The ones that give you just like one gear perk are kind of like, why do I just want the one?
I mean, if it's a good perk, it's a good perk.
True. So shock reduction, that's always a good one. Graviton damage. I don't even know what graviton damage is. I know in the Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. they're in the search for gravitonium, which is kind of like a liquid mercury that has some crazy celestial powers.
It's a metal that has extra gravity or something.
Yeah, something like that. So you can crush basically any element down to nothingness. There's a lot of people who get crushed in that series. probably a good effect that the TV makers have gotten. Like, yeah, that looks good. Let's go with that.
Okay, let's have a look at the missions. I keep forgetting to actually check my objectives, see if I need to keep focusing on stuff.
My objectives always have like something like that little white cube marker as though something should be happening, but it never really indicates clearly what it is I'm looking out for.
I feel like when like my challenges, when one's like complete, I want to press A to accept like it's unlocked and get my. Still need to defeat 10 enemies while overcharged, but I don't really know how to be overcharged.
I thought it was your L1.
Nah. Both of them are just like kind of attack abilities.
Right, let's have a look. Fire damage 5.5, reduction of fire.
So my L1's Warrior's Fury.
Ooh. Yes, please. That can go. Not going to use that one again. Shock.
Oh no, it's an unlockable perk. Is in the mastery.
Ah, right. Kind of want that on 100 as well. Ooh, resource fragments. So I'm at my gear loadout is 102, 111, 100, 100, and then my two artifacts are both at 180 and 100 as well.
70, 75, 65, 73, 72, and 61.
Kind of want that at 111. 111. It's a nice number there.
Oh, actually, I haven't used the my major artifacts ability.
That might be it. Oh, yeah. They're ones early doors I ignored, and then as I'm getting higher level, and you get like more important ones. Like the two I've got equipped at the moment are 3.9% increase XP from all sources, and increase hero assault charge rate by 20%, and heavyweight power attacks 10% more damage.
Well, it's my major artifact. Apparently, if I press L3 and R3 simultaneously, it does something.
Oh yeah, I've never done that. I do also have that feature, and I've never in battle once thought to press both of them in.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do? So I'm level 47. I could reach 50 tonight, I reckon.
Probably, yeah. We've got what, half an hour left?
Yeah.
So depending on how long the mission is, maybe 1 or 6.
1 or 6. Very true. Digga digga ding.
Plasma damage from players is increased.
No, help if that long.
Probably good for you. Projectile damage from all sources is increased.
Yeah, I've realised what's quite good is, you know, when you do the repulsor thing at the camera, because of the light, the closer I put my hand to the camera, the more of a repulsor it looks. So if you look at that, normal hand, but then you go, and it just like, it lights up.
Don't these guys ever learn?
All I need to do is get a pen and draw a circle on my hand.
Did you just hear enemy spotted on the opening? Like,
yeah, it's the same with when it starts and it goes, your unibeam is ready, Thor's might is ready, and you're like, well, yeah, the mission's just literally started. Of course, they're all ready to go. Oh, turret.
Do your worst, please.
turrets.
Ooh, there's a little chest here as well.
That does it, folks.
Imagine working at this facility and then all of a sudden they're like,
Yeah.
the Avengers are at reception. It's like, sorry, what? It's like, yeah, we need to move out. Ooh,
Yeah, but you're bad guys, so.
that's true. Unless it's like Von Strucker at
What-
the start of Ultron,
Yeah,
where he's
what
like,
if he just,
everybody,
like-
we stand here, we're resolute, we'll defeat them, and then turns around and goes, we need to get out of here.
I always feel sorry for, like, you know, like the people who work for these evil organisations that they don't realise it's an evil organisation.
Yeah.
They just, it's just an admin job. Like,
Well, we'll get out of there, Richie, with a few suicide ones. But the, you know the ones in Iron Man 3, when I think
Yeah.
he takes one of them out, and he's like, oh, dude, I just work here, I don't even like these people, and then he legs it out the room as well.
yeah.
I thought that was quite fun.
You should try wrestling a sewer lizard sometime.
You should try wrestling a sewer lizard. Ooh, these elite guards pack a good bit of armor with them. I'm going to switch to my lasers for a little bit. I've never really used lasers. Come on, Melon. Ow, laser guards.
I like when I like when I time like a hammer throw perfectly. A guy was just about to jump from this leg that he currently on down, and I managed to pin him to the ceiling.
Oh, it's great that. What I found playing on my own as Thor, when you face some of the enemies that are like really strong, the trick is to pin them down with Mjolnir still, and just beat the shit out of them slowly because they can't move. So no matter how strong they are, as long as you can pin them down with Mjolnir, you're pretty good to go as long as you're patient. I'm down, by the way.
You're good now.
All right.
Cap's got me though, it looks like.
Thanks for having my back.
Rock. Adaptoid down.
I'm down. Didn't even realise I was on low health.
Yeah, I think that happens quite often.
Knock him down.
Open the Bifrost. Interested if they added Heimdall to this. That's a good uni beam.
Do you think Heimdall's one of the most underused characters in the MCU?
Yeah, he's also, with it being Idris Elba, he's also one of the least underused actors as well.
Yeah. Well, I heard like Idris Elba didn't like the character in the first two movies,
Yeah,
so I wonder if he was like, "Can you just write me out of the story at some point?" But then, like, apparently he really enjoyed Ragnarok.
I mean, he got to do more, and it's the best movie. of the
He
time.
actually got to be a character.
Well, yeah, exactly. Oh, that's
The enemies have been defeated.
Way.
Yeah. 2 stars.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. That's what I said in the top left.
Damn it. Lee's back. How are we getting on? We're doing super well. All my gear's over 100 now. We're creeping up on that level. Level 50 is the cap, right? I mean, my cap
think
personally
so.
is only level 5, but the level
This
cap
won't be the last
is
time we have to assault
50, I
Vallejo's
believe.
forces, but
Yeah.
this should
And I think the max
significantly
gear is
weaken their
150
capabilities.
for power. I don't know. There's so many rules, like within rules, that aren't really clearly explained. But
Yeah, I'm with you.
there you go, Lee. You can see it for yourself. So, ooh,
So I did check earlier, and I started off at power level 35, and now I'm at 71.
so it's been a good
So
evening
it's-
for
yeah.
for upgrading. Let's see. Chance when critically injured to grant a defense buff. Damage reduction from shock. It's not better than what I've got now. Yeah, there's that one. Get rid. And nothing. Increased damage. Graviton.
I know what my next ability is going to be. It's one that lets me use the Odin Force, like, to bounce back projectiles.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Gives you that extra level of defense.
Yeah.
Challenges. See, the challenges don't seem to move up all that much when you look at your challenge card, but there must be something. 7, got 2 days to rescue 7 more hostages.
It's don't you have to just complete your daily and weekly challenges to get points?
Yeah, I think so. Hit a single enemy with this, like, just so much detail within the menus. It's like I totally get why people love like Destiny and the kind of the meticulous nature of it all.
Yeah.
Like melee rating, range, defense rating, heroic, and I'm kind of just like, as long as I feel powerful, that's about as much as I care. As long as I feel powerful and look cool.
Yeah.
For now, anyway.
It feels like you do need to actually switch characters a lot in order to get your challenges, get through your challenges if you want to go for like the season,
rotate
the challenge
your
card
roster.
stuff. Yeah,
definitely.
Because mine's barely budging.
Yeah. Well, now I'm playing as Iron Man for so long, I'm the same.
Yeah. Admittedly, though, I'm playing like at the moment about once a week, so it's like I'm not playing every
until
night.
you finish Final Fantasy, and then
yeah,
it all opens up. You think you're nearly at the end of Final Fantasy, though, don't you?
Getting there. I know there's quite a bit left to do, but after the chapter and on the kind of, when you're getting towards like the final act of the game where everything just goes linear again.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at. Basically, I know once I finish this chapter, there's no going back. So I'm trying to do everything I can before I move on.
I see.
But there's still quite a bit of story to go through.
Fury's got a backup of all S.H.I.E.L.D. data. Locations, agents,
So
intelligence files.
the new Final
It's hidden
Fantasy
in
that
a
got
secure
announced
bunker, but
last
the area
night,
was
was
taken
that
over by AIM years
16?
ago.
Yes.
And that's a
With our new
brand new
data, agents
entry,
will be able to
but is
draw
it
them
tied
away
to
from
an
the
old
vault
entry
location.
in some way, shape,
They
or
have no
form?
idea
I
they're
feel like
sitting
I
on
had a
top
few
of the
people
mothership,
mention
and I'd like to keep
like
it
the
that way.
world that
Unlikely.
it's in. Like, oh,
I don't know. It's apparently it's reminiscent of some of the other Final Fantasies.
yeah.
But my assumption would be it's a complete brand new world because
AIM was ready for us.
the numbered series
All units,
don't
check
tend
in.
to actually
Hello?
follow on from each other.
Commander. Report.
Oh, I feel like someone
What's
said there was
going
like a
on down there?
sword or something that showed up, and it was like from
Agent.
another game, or
Agent, do you read?
You get that a lot of Final Fantasy. Those like
Oh,
the
right, it's
summons
not like a
in pretty much
direct-
every game. So it's like
They
it
don't
could be
look too
just
much into it.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Jarvis, can you get anyone on the line?
So-
We need to know.
You
what
know when
happened.
I'll see
a
what
game's
I
a
can do,
direct
Commander.
sequel, because for
I don't
example,
understand.
Final Fantasy X had 10-2.
I read you. What happened? You all right?
Is there?
Pinned down. They're hammering our tank from all sides. I don't know what happened to the rest of the squad. We're flying down here.
These
We're on
survivors.
our way.
Yeah, there seems to be no optional objectives yet. So that's fine.
Our intel must have been out of date. The area was occupied, but I didn't. There's a tank. Let's get those agents out of there. Agent, any idea where this extra firepower came from?
Patrol patterns indicate they're still unaware of our target. My guess is they were preparing to launch an operation from here soon.
We'll put a stop to that. Our intel must have been out of date.
Imagine being the first guys on the ground when like fall, and she just jumps in
I know.
in the middle of his own.
Iron Man's got this cool rocket, Richie, where once you get about 3 or 4 punches in, if you press Y, he hits them with like a tracer rocket that sends them spiraling off into the distance with the rocket attached to them. It's quite a cool little finisher. 1, 2, 3, 4, rocket.
He's shielded. This guy was shielded from Mjolnir. What? So I broke the shield and left it on his chest.
What kind of dark elf magic is that?
As a point of principle, I literally just broke his shield and just dropped it on his chest.
just to prove a
Yeah,
point.
like, no, you're not shielded from my hammer. I will not allow that.
Oh, I'm downed. Missiles. There always seems to be one missile that just takes me out every level, one go.
What are we meant to be doing? Is it?
Rescue the survivors.
Oh, I see. It's actually an objective, so just clear the area.
No. I don't know where the survivors are actually at, though.
In the overturned tank.
Oh, okay. Right. So, I mean, we have secured the area. We also lost the staff for getting down.
Must be something still alive.
Yeah, there's a guy over here. Hidden within the fire.
Weren't sure we were gonna make it out of there. The other half of my squad was heading for the barricade.
We'll provide cover. Regroup, then meet up with the main unit.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see if they manage to keep AIM busy.
There we go then. Let's go and pick up the
Ah, we have an additional objective this time.
It's the Avengers.
There's a team trapped beyond the barricade. We can't get through.
Clear a path. We can't let them stop us.
Gone crazy firing rockets. A purge trooper.
Ah, there. He's hiding behind a tree.
All the time.
Thanks. Go on ahead. We've got this.
Enemy spotted.
So we've got lots of objectives now.
Oh, there you go. The map has opened up. Yeah.
I'm going right first.
If my team's in the middle of those AIM forces, they need help, and fast.
Have you turned off the rumble in this game by any chance?
No, I'm thinking about it right now.
Yeah, I was playing the other night. I found my hands were hurting after playing the game for an hour or so because the rumble is just egregious when it comes to some of the
It's
fights.
even when it's things like when you're sprinting. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Oh, the turret's taking
I could do with help quickly.
All right, I'll come in.
There's quite a lot more going on than I realised. I expected.
Oh, let's just go hold this thing. Secret weapon. Big guy, rocket. Those fireworks land.
I think I got the finisher on him there.
Oh, he's still up.
Is he?
He just got down now. Maybe he's had a bit more in his tank than you were expecting. It's weird how like some of the enemies just like have so much armor. Oh, he's gone now. They just like have so much like depth to their armor that your punches seem to do nothing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of health to collect around here, but I don't need any. You moving on to 180? Or the 170,
yeah.
or whatever it is.
It's about 150 for me, but
Let's get in on this.
You need to get to those coordinates.
There's a chest with gear close by.
We should collect it all. Did they give a date for when Hawkeye was coming out? I feel like it's really soon. But I also don't really
I
know.
think there was an announcement, but I missed it. I haven't checked up.
They did the war table thing, but
Oh, there was Kate Bishop was like,
yeah, they're part of the same storyline. So essentially, you get Kate Bishop, and then I think she's in search of Hawkeye. So then that takes her on like a sequence of story missions to find Hawkeye, and then they both become part of your roster.
yeah. What I found weird was, isn't Kate Bishop meant to be like Hawkeye's daughter?
No, she's like a protege. So she's someone.
Right,
I
that
don't
makes a bit
know.
more sense because she kept referring to her as Clint.
Yeah, I think in the movies, the MCU, I think it is his daughter, but I think in the comics they're two different people. But again, it's Hawkeye. It's not the most revered storylines that people know much about.
They've done the classic thing where we can't have every single character because it just gets too much, so let's just sandwich these two characters into the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's a good way of adding both another female protagonist along with a male one who have obviously very similar skill sets, so I don't imagine it'd be as difficult to...
Yeah,
add them
and yeah, I
both
think
in.
it gives a bit more emotional stakes as well,
people
where
need your
you
help
know
ASAP.
that she's Hawkeye's daughter, rather than just someone that Hawkeye happens to be training.
Well, apparently in the relationship, he's the daft one who gets himself in all sorts of trouble, and she's the smart one.
A shield ally is in trouble nearby and needs your help.
It's the classic, the student come to the rescue of the master
Yeah,
stuff, isn't
it
it?
is, yeah, very much so.
It's standy pads this time.
That guy pinned to the wall.
Since I was up here.
Why not? It's not like we're under that much of an attack. Nothing on the center. Can you see this guy, Richie? Just stood here. He's like spawned in, but he's not moving.
No, I
No.
can't. I can see him on stream, but I can't
Oh,
see him in
right.
my game. I just left the hammer on the one last living guy. Let's see if,
No, it's inside. There's a hostage inside. It's... What's the puzzle? So there's two pads there which you've unlocked. Oh, there's a pad inside.
Assisting those
There's
shield
two pads
agents feels
inside.
like the
There's usually a little
priority right
side
now.
door on the right you can get through. Like a fan. There is, yeah. Oh, you do the two out the front, I'll get the two inside again.
alright.
Which I can't do until you've done the two on the outside, so there we go. One.
1, 2.
Door unlocked. It's an interesting puzzle, putting the next pad within the door, so if you wouldn't have thought
Yeah.
twice about it, you'd be like, oh, how am I
That
supposed
did
to
it.
get in there?
Theo, work your magic.
There you go, Theo.
You're safe now.
Take me with you. What? Oh, they're gone. Back to the anthill. Right. Just the
There's
final
still
mission.
more, wasn't there? Of like the far side. Oh, we don't got them all.
It'd be interesting if they give us like an overlay map of the whole place.
Yeah.
So we could actually have like a
with
zoomed
fog
out.
of war, so you can see what you've already
Yeah.
been past.
Looks like you could use some help.
Glad to hear your voice, Commander. We were taking down their signal jammers, but got overrun. You're not gonna believe this.
I don't think
We've
there's
got
anything else.
taskmasters Merc stationed here. They've been overseeing the requisition of shield assets.
Let's make his job harder.
I went
shall
for a
we?
fly past the mission and I can't see anything. I thought there was more.
Take but moment.
Okay, lose one star if hero goes down, lose one star for each ally defeated. So I probably shouldn't have just ignored the battle then. Just flown over it.
I'm here. Oh, here come the enemies. Here we go. Oh. Where are you going?
Oh, we got a
So I just
big
seen,
tank.
Alright, okay. 2 tanks actually. The Blitz rifle.
I kept getting knocked back. I couldn't get near it. You know, I'm just trying to make the distance, but. Oh, one of our enemies' allies is about to go down.
Oh, the lost one?
Didn't get there in time.
Oh, look, I didn't realise they were that much under attack. That's the flying guys. Oh, that's annoying. I didn't feel like they gave us much warning they were under attack, actually.
I think we just focused on the tanks and just lost sight of everything else.
That was their plan, right?
Yeah.
We can take it from here, Commander. Thank you.
Now's our chance, Avengers. Our vault is nearby. Activating signal beacon. Theory always had a plan for everything. Wonder if he saw this coming.
You think
This
he
way.
could have anticipated A.I.M's expansion?
Even if he thought it was unlikely. Fury never wanted to get caught unprepared. He was always 5 steps ahead of everyone else.
None shall defeat the god of thunder.
It isn't far.
Where have you gone?
I'm flying towards it. I've just went through a cave.
Alright.
You can go over the cave though. There's lots of enemies in the cave, so probably best to just avoid it.
Unless you want that sweet, sweet XP.
Do you want it? Because we could fight them.
I'm not even anywhere near you yet. You're not even on my map. Trying to see where the actual objective is.
Seems to be more this way still.
Yeah, I'm right behind you now.
I can acquire more information once we get there.
Collecting them fragments.
We're close.
Strangely big opening here.
I'm currently about 40 meters away. 30 meters.
That's trying
29.
to push me out of the way of it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 3.
There it is. Got it.
Right. You I'm looking around looking for it. It's right.
He was
dropping
literally
it
just
on there,
behind you.
Yeah.
You were practically still in this.
I suppose the
Sign
closer
of
you're
A.I.M
at,
in the
time to
immediate vicinity.
get your
Good. Let's do
compass
this
in
quick.
line. Another shield vault. Doing a couple of vaults tonight, aren't we? Charge up the door.
Everyone
Thor.
inside. All units check in. Wave incoming. We're holding them off for now.
North side, push back. We're gonna need backup.
On our way to you. Had a run-in with some drones, but we're still in one piece for now.
Keep us posted.
Peace.
Entering the vault now.
You think once the Avengers turn up, that code for S.H.I.E.L.D. get everyone else out of there? You're no longer needed.
Yeah. You've
Like,
done, you've
you're just
held
gonna be in
off,
the way.
yeah. You've held off.
Like,
Okay, let's crack Fury's safe open.
Oh, it's another safe room.
Activate the main terminal to begin code verification. Look
Bit
for a
explore
chest with
before we
gear
activate it.
nearby.
Yeah, and this is the part where it's interesting how the rest of the level was different, but the vault's the same.
Yeah. Right, I found 4 and 2. 4 and 2 are on the right hand side when you look at the door.
The vault remains intact. Complete
3
code
and
verification to unlock the contents of the vault.
Awaiting first code verification entry.
So what's over this side? So 3's in the corridor.
Code verification required from designated security station.
So I'm guessing this is 1 and 5 over
Yeah,
here.
1 and 5, yeah.
Cool.
So I'll head and get
Code verification required from designated security station.
It's an interesting difference.
Code verification entry verified.
Ah, we do.
Code verification complete.
Still getting my bearings
Authorized
for numbers.
personnel required for code authentication at the vault.
It's quite a decent concept, like the end of the level, isn't it?
Yeah, it makes the whole like wave defense like a bit more interesting.
Yeah, it's got some relevance to it.
It forces you to move as well. You go through phases where like, right, I'm just going to stand my ground. Then you go, okay, now I need to get out there and like find the next place.
The vortex.
How's your health?
Bad. I got stuck in a vortex. There's usually quite a bit of health kicking around. There we go.
The Symphoids are starting to dodge my hammer throw. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it when they do that either. It's like, that's not how it works. Oh, look at your hammer on the table.
Yeah. I miss my shot. Sometimes the table's just slightly awkwardly positioned.
My repulsor blast just shoots straight into it.
2, 3, 1.
Verification entry. Unauthorized
Alright, got 2.
sequence reset is imminent.
Got 1.
Code verification entry verified. Code verification required from designated security station. Code verification complete. Please resume code authentication at the vault. Commencing code authentication.
I'll stay in the square.
Authentication on hold. Commencing code authentication. Authentication on hold. Commencing code authentication.
There's something really cool about those Iron Man lasers that where you use like the full 360.
Yeah.
And they just leave the whole room with like a
Authentication on hold.
Damn it, I got stuck in a portal. I don't even know what the portals are for.
Commencing code authentication.
Sometimes the biggest detriment to you is like not being able to move for like just a few seconds.
Yeah, I know.
Like if you can stay active and you can dodge, you're generally quite well equipped.
It gets up to this gravity well.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, we've got a few seconds.
Oh, we've been hacked.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I didn't know until like I saw that I hadn't set the timer.
Yeah, he's over there. attack active, destroy the aim trigger. There he is, son of a bitch. Get away from me. Oh, we have to do the code again. I suppose if you wanted to farm enemies, could you just stay here, do you think?
There's got to be a limit to them.
Right. 2's done. Yeah, we need 3.
Hasn't activated for me yet.
I can see.
Still says 2.
Oh yeah, I need to go green. Sorry. Didn't realise it was the first one. Tons of enemies in here.
Yes, because I don't think either of us were.
Right. Back to the main room. Oh, there's a few people in here, right? Oh, I'm stuck in a gravity well. That's some Star-Lord. There. I wonder if the game I wonder if the game's got stats on how many enemies you've taken down in total.
Possibly. That'd be awesome.
Because the level I'm at, I'd be really intrigued just to know how many bots I've taken down.
Yeah. Lots of enemies.
Indeed, we've almost done it.
Right. Where's Captain America?
He's in the vault. We're trying to free him from the vault.
There he is. 8, 4, 2, 1, 3. Why is one grayed out and the others aren't?
I'll get the hacker. I've got him.
Oh.
Rocket Man. He's done. He's dealt with. Yeah, the rockets are super strong. I don't remember. I said earlier on the rockets are his favourite. They do have a good chunk of energy.
You've got 4.
Oh yeah, get it now. 4. And also 2.
2's your...
Yeah.
Right, I'm at 1.
Ooh. Thanks for stopping by,
Yep.
I'm working on those achievements. Getting everyone up to level 150 power, I think it is, on your roster.
Lots of enemies in the main room.
I'm coming back now, I've had my fun.
Well, this is where the fun is now, so... I've started abusing, like, the Order Force a lot now.
Oh, he's getting destroyed in this bit. He did not stand a chance.
Oh, that's a big guy.
Yeah, big, and he's got a kind of shield. I'll put up a shield and a terminal for us. So we've got 2 shields. That's 1 attack. There you go, we should all be overcharged now, so let's take them out. What is going on there? What the hell is that? I don't even know what happened there. It was like some kind of like vibranium special.
Unless
it was a team up of some sort. Oh, it might have been Hulk's iron. What is it? The big clap, thunderclap.
Oh yeah.
Please mind your step and thank you for your patience.
You're currently dying in Tomb Raider. Oh, we're in. Sweet. Didn't realise that was the last one. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I just hit my head. Yeah. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Oh, is it? Yeah, Shadow of the Tomb Raider is one of our Let's Play games on the list, isn't it, Richie?
It is.
When we're finally allowed back in the rooms officially together, we can, with Tom as well.
Yep.
We're going to play through that whole story because I think it's a great game, and neither of you two have played it. If I'm
nope,
remembering.
I've intentionally been holding off.
Good, it's a great game. Great game. Yeah, am I good to access the terminal in this level?
Yeah, I think so. I was just running around seeing if there's any loot I missed.
Alright. There we go. Yeah, deadly mode is, sounds rightly
Commander
suggested,
Hill,
deadly.
it appears the data is being transferred somewhere off-site. Taskmaster got here first.
Oh, Taskmaster.
No! Transfer complete. This isn't over.
So we got into the vault and Taskmaster swoops in, steals our data.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
How?
I don't
I
know.
wouldn't know how because the vault was very, very much locked.
Bluetooth.
Yeah, true. Bluetooth does make everything better.
Does.
That data is still encrypted, but we can't waste any time.
With you being Thor as well, the Bluetooth symbol's actually made up
Engage.
of two Nordic
Find him.
symbols.
Think you can give us a hand, Jarvis?
I can't remember what they represent. I feel like one of them is
Let me
definitely
know when you have it.
communication or something, and they basically form the essence of what Bluetooth stands for, but
Oh, one stands for blue and the other stands for tooth.
I don't think it's that simple. I think it's a lot more, I don't know, deeper than that, I guess. Right, let's have a look. Oh, I'm level 50.
Oh, nice.
Boosh. Although it does look like it still lets me power up to, I presume, like the next step to 51. So like, you know, like your power bar.
Yeah.
My guess is it lets me get right to the cusp, and then when they unlock the next level, it ticks over to 51. Let's see what we're on gear-wise. Some interesting. All the gear I'm collecting is over 100 now, which is nice to see. It's also
Everything I'm getting's in the 70s.
Getting there, it's getting there. Let's see, how does that compare? Stun damage, pin particles, critical hit, mid-air, melee, light combo, finisher. Probably rather have the finisher.
I'm copying off you now. I'm rounding up my boosts.
Rounding up's a good thing to do. Like I'm going at 211 just because I like everything's on 111.
Apart from a major artifact which is on 3, everything is at either at 80 or 75 now.
There you go.
My overall power is at 80.
I like it. 40% chance. Damage reduction from all plasma. Reviving a teammate, not really great. Shock reduction, that's rubbish as well. I'll just keep with what I've got. Breaking it.
No, we got 90%. Oh, it's because we let that one guy die.
Oh yeah, right. Right. That doesn't even feel like the same level. That's how like far back it went. Heavy combo. Increased stun damage. Takedowns grant a damage buff. Decent. Defeat 3 enemies in rapid succession to grant a willpower. Nah, it doesn't seem as good either. Keep the ones I've got. Oh, that looks like a good crystal. Non-Stone of Conquest. Whatever the hell that means. 6.6% chance complete any mission at challenge 2 rating higher will give an extra gear item. That seems like a bad stone to have though, unless like you're specifically grinding for gear.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather have increased damage and increased heroic assault ability.
It's probably one of them that isn't actually great unless you're right. You're actually grinding for gear, which might not be too bad for you now. You're at max level.
With Iron Man, I'm going to start switching to other characters now, though.
Yeah.
Get rid of that one as well. Check out my skill points. Can essentially spend them all on the lasers. Do we get a trophy? There we go. Time to shine.
Nice.
That's every skill, every specialty, and every mastery thing unlocked for one hero. So Iron Man has certainly been my main, it would appear. I think I just ended up with Iron Man just from our first stream when I went.
Yeah.
I think I just finished the campaign, and it kind of wraps up as you like. You always boot up into the main one as Tony Stark. So I just kept with him, and then you and Tom pick your two characters, and then just by default I've just kept going with him because he was my highest.
You know what's interesting though? I think playing online with you, like you're like level 15, got like just over 100 power rating. My 4's level 24 with 80 power rating. I think his gear is a lot more powerful than he is.
Yeah, it is interesting how that happens. Like all the resources at the bottom, I don't really know what they do. I've got like 7,600 gear fragments.
Yeah.
Nanite, nanotube, got a shit ton of plasma.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to take us back to the helicarrier.
Oh, I was going to say, is the mission starting? I can hear something there.
No.
So, turns out Fury's got a backup of all S.H.I.E.L.D. data. Locations, agents, intelligence files. It's hidden in a secure bunker, but the area was taken over by A.I.M. years ago.
I just want to see if I can
With our
unlock
new gear,
any more,
my
like,
agents will be
outfits,
able to draw
any more
them away
cosmetics.
from the vault's location. They have no idea they're
We
sitting
played
on top
all-
of the mother load.
We
and I'd
basically
like
just
to
went
keep
from
it
one
that
mission
way.
to another all night.
And it's been fun.
It has.
And when we get a full squad, a full roster in here, be even more grand.
Yeah.
But again, I think we should always point out as well when we do play this on Stadia, the sheer lack of problems. Like we booted the game up, we're straight into it, no patches, no fixes.
I had one disconnect tonight, but
I think I had one right at the beginning, but I don't know whether that's because I just left the game sat dormant while I was fiddling around getting the stream ready.
yeah, mine's it's a weird issue. I haven't quite figured out. It's to do with it's my connection to my network. I don't know what it is. I'll figure it out one day.
Yeah, this is your PC, isn't it?
Stark.
Yeah. So it's nothing to do with Stadia or actually my internet service provider. It's entirely
something to do with yourself.
Yeah.
You've gone in your bedroom there.
And I'm gonna check see if they've got any patterns.
Oh yeah, I haven't been there in ages. There was
I
something
have
that
2
said
patterns.
the way don't do them. I feel like I read somewhere online saying, you know, when we first played our stream and I defragmented it and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Apparently that's a glitch. So people online have said if you keep all your patterns until they've patched the fix. Otherwise,
I've just used one. I don't think anything happened.
Yeah, so I'd say keep them until you read about a patch update or something.
Are you gonna risk it?
Nah, I've got about 10. So I think I'll just hang on to them until they're full.
Yeah.
And then I read somewhere online that says the patch is fixed. I'm gonna see if Roy's got anything interesting in for me.
Roy. What a lad.
What a lad. So again, like the strongest thing he's selling is 114 repulsors, but I'm currently wearing 111 ultimate legendary repulsors.
Yeah.
So yeah, why
It's
would
probably
you
worth checking.
why would you buy resources from them?
If you're running short.
Yeah, but do you not think by the time you come out with your menu,
yeah, if you've got like lots of a crap resource that you're not using anymore and you need to,
I guess. One of the things I did read about one of the simple fixes is when you go to the shops. So when I'm looking at the cosmetics for Chastity McBride here, there's an Iron Man suit which looks almost like War Machine. I can afford it with plenty of my resources, but there's no way to preview it.
The Void Eater.
Yes.
All right, come to the table and free up Iron Man. I'll show you it.
Have you bought it? Have you?
No, I got it in a pattern before.
Not gonna fund my coffee habit, really?
Does it look like War Machine?
It does.
But again, that's the thing. Why do I need you in the game to preview it?
Well, yeah, you should be able to just preview it, but
because you can preview it in your own.
This is very much a workaround. When you want to select as Iron Man, I can select them. So
I need to pick a different character.
Yeah.
I'll switch to Black Widow to show you my Virgin Media sponsored outfit.
Hey, Nat.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh yeah, it's just War Machine basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Looks quite slimming though. Doesn't look that bulky. War Machine.
It looks bulky, for, like in the shoulders, like from behind.
Like War Machine, I suppose, in a way.
Yeah.
Do you think that's worth 3,500 with whatever the green stuff is though?
I don't know. I think the green stuff is only spent on cosmetics, so.
Oh, is it?
I haven't seen anything else to spend it on.
Oh, what else is there? Oh, I can afford Thor's Thundercloud outfit.
Did you keep track of the rest of us?
That's what I want.
Of course I did.
Oh, actually, there is a way you can check. If you go into your cosmetics or your menu,
I was in
you
a
can just
bad
look at them in there.
Yeah.
So I have to go into the menu.
Once you're selected as the right character.
Ah, that's such a lengthy process. Either way, I think we'll wrap it up there. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Sounds of Stadia plays Marvel's Avengers. Once again, our second stream. Iron Man's up to level 50. Ultimate arc reactor charge going on. Richie's working on Thor. We will be back with another Avengers live stream, hopefully with Tom and again, you guys out there in the community. The Sounds of Stadia fans are more than welcome to jump in and join us. If you don't have the game yet, don't worry, it's going to have some long legs on it, this title, so we'll be dropping in probably for the next months, years, to see how long it takes us. We'll find out soon. But thank you for stopping by. Don't forget, if you haven't already, give us a like down below. It really does help us with our YouTube algorithms. And if you haven't somehow subscribed yet, if you're one of those people thinking, oh gosh, Chris, I've just not got around to it yet, it's just so much of my time of the day taken up, just do it, please. It does help us out. Click subscribe, click that bell so you do get notified. So when our live streams go on live, you'll know when to jump in with us. Thank you very much for stopping by. We'll see you on the podcast, the Sounds of Stadia podcast that comes out every Monday, where myself, Chris, my lovely co-host to my right, Richie, the man of many pixels, and Tom, our techie teacher, bring you all the news condensed down. It's been an interesting week so far, and don't forget this weekend, or this next week I should say, is our birthday in a way. It's our 52nd episode, so that's a year's worth of episodes, even though it doesn't land on our actual birthday, nor does it land in line with an annual. It's a weird way of days and months and weeks, but hopefully we'll see you there in the comments section. Let us know if you've got any questions for us. Thank you for watching. My name's been Chris.
I've been Richie.
We've been Sounds of Stadia Plays Avengers. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.
Bye.
Goodbye.